here or continues to go deep. I like deep.
I think I do too, as Cameron will boot it away. It is a high end-over-ender, and Lee will field it at the 15. Takes it to the middle of the field at the 20, 25 to the 30, and he is going to be met and dropped as the Cats come in and make a great defensive play. Enrique Gonzalez with the initial hit, and then Isaiah Henson cleans him up at the 27-yard line. So it's about a 13-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. A minute 39 to go, first quarter. Lovington up by a touchdown.
Good energy coming off of that, the couple big plays we just had. That translated into a nice big hit on the kickoff here. The Wildcats right now have the spark. The question is, will the Goddard running game grind them down again?
And they are going to be in the huddle, and they're actually going to send Hoover off to the sideline. I'm not sure they didn't have 12 men in the huddle, but in high school that may be legal. So they're actually going to come out in a two-receiver set. From the shotgun is Aragon. He's got Miranda in the backfield with him. Aragon going to keep it himself. Gets it to the 30-31 over right tackle, and that's where Lovington says, nope, we've seen this movie before.
Right.
And coming in and making the stop for the Cats is number 43, Kenyon Gibson. It'll be a pickup of 4 for Aragon.
Now, first quarter winding down, barring a big play here, TJ, Lovington looks to appear that they'll get to the end of it with a 14-7 lead. Now, obviously, they're ahead, but I think the first quarter really here was they made kind of the statement you and I were talking about before the ballgame. Lovington's come out, acquitted themselves well.
They have two receivers going to split out wide to the right. High snap, Aragon gets an option pitch to Miranda on the right side to the 30. Stiff arms a man, falls forward to near the 35-yard line, dragging a Wildcat with him. That was J.J. Gutierrez. He picks up 2, and it'll bring up a second down and about 5.
And, that's kind of not a bad position for Lovington because time's running out here. Goddard will probably get another playoff here. They're still huddled up, but we're down to 33 as they break.
Yeah, with 20 seconds left on the play clock. So Goddard will come out, and they will split out 2 wide to the right from the pistol formation is Miranda. Or check that, Aragon. He's back to pass. He wants it all. Throws it deep down the sideline and overthrows his intended target. It was Lee. He got just about a half step behind his defender as Evan Cesario, I think, was thinking pickoff instead of just knock it down, but he managed to get in the face of Lee, and he can't hang on to it, so incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down and 5. If you're Goddard here, you're getting 3, 4, 5 yards at a chunk. Do you try it here deep in Lovington territory, or do you punt it away, Alan?
Wow, down 7, I think I'd punt it away because Goddard, a team that's beaten Lovington, you say 14 straight times here.
Well, 14 years. They didn't play 14 straight
well, not 14
times.
straight.
Let's not make it any worse than it is.
I don't think they're going to help us any. We're ahead. They're going to punt.
Lovington bringing everybody up to the line, and they jump off sides, and they are going to give Goddard the 5 yards they needed for the first down. They wanted to block the punt so bad, and I think we're going to have offsides on the Cats. No, somebody on the Goddard line flinched, so dodging a bullet right there as Lovington went into the gaps, and it looked like they may have jumped off sides, but they got one of the big boys up front for Goddard to move instead. I believe that was Nick Luna who made the move. So,
I'm with you. I thought that we jumped.
So 4th down and 10. It's definitely punt time now as Lovington won't really make much of an attempt. It's a high end-over-end kick that'll bounce right at the 50, then goes sideways and out of bounds. Takes a Lovington bounce at the 48. So 8 seconds remaining first quarter. Lovington will have the football in Goddard territory after about a 24, 25-yard punt.
Yeah, you look at it like the line of scrimmage was the 30,
Oh,
DJ.
wow, and they moved that actually inside the 45 to the 44. That took about a 6-yard Lovington
bounce.
That's
a 14-yard net there on that punt.
Wow, that is just insanity. As bringing in the play from the sideline, Casey Perez, the Cats will need to run one more play at the end of this quarter. Do you go big here, Alan? Try and just go ahead and get up 2 touchdowns, or you just run your O?
I like the call. Throw for the end zone, TJ.
Go for it. Trips to the right, 1 to the left as they throw the screen pass. Hello, Newman at the 35-yard line. Check that, the 40, and falls forward to near the 35. Newman going to pick up 7, and that will end the first quarter. The Lovington Wildcats lead this one 14-7. We're back in a minute here on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season.
By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon Energy is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teaches discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats from Devon Energy.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Flip the field for a second down and 3 as we start the second quarter. Lovington on the march. They are at the Goddard 37-yard line with Alan Scott. I'm TJ Miracle. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. The Cats are moving from the south to the north. Perez with it. Little stutter step, going to take it himself. Finds a little hole, dives across the 35 to the 34-yard line. He will have enough to move the chains for the Wildcat first down. Their 7th of the ball game.
And of course, we wanted him to throw for the end zone at the end of the quarter. They didn't. They had a very nice play and made it short and pick it up here in a couple of plays. So nice momentum here early in the second for Lovington.
And so for the Cats, that'll be their 7th first down of this ball game as they are at the Goddard 34-yard line. Just underway, second quarter. Lovington up by a touchdown. They would like to add to it. Evie, I promise I'll stop clicking my pen. As Carrasco splits out wide to the left. Trips receivers to the right. Henson in the backfield. Perez, 3-step drop. Steps up, throws it. He wants it all and overthrows his intended target. He had Newman streaking down the sideline, but just a little bit over his head, but a flag down. That's in the area of holding, and it will be holding on the Cats. This one is, yikes. A 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. That one hurts.
Yeah, and you know why that happens a lot of times. It takes time. You need time in the pocket for a guy to run deep. You see it in the NFL all the way on down to high school, and a lot of times to create that time, somebody's going to hold.
And so moving back 10 yards, that'll move it back to the 44-yard line, which is where this drive pretty much started. They need to get it down to the 24, so it'll be first down and 20 for the Cats right now with 11:21 to go first half. They lead 14-7. Send 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Perez from the shotgun. Behind him is Henson. They just hand it off. Henson up the middle has a little room to the 40 to the 38-yard line. He got quite a bit of it back right there, Allen. About a pickup of make it 7 for Isaiah, and it'll be second down and 13.
You know what I like even better is the play call. Nice run by Henson. Good effort after he got hit. But I like the play call. I think Goddard's probably expecting pass. Haven't heard from Henson in a while, and he takes one right up the middle.
So second down and 14. Henson gets about 6, maybe 7 of them back. Call it a long 13. Trips receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Henson off the shoulder. They fake the handoff. Rolling right is Perez. Looking downfield. Throws it. Has a man, and in and out off the hands. The tip drill by J.J. Gutierrez. I wasn't sure if he was going underneath to Newman or over the top to Gutierrez. I'm not sure he knew either.
Yeah.
And so that one got tipped by Gutierrez, who was the front man, and goes out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 14. First incompletion of the ball game for Perez. He is now 5 of 6 for 58 yards and a TD.
Also, it looked like a Goddard Rocket defender had a shot at it and very nearly tipped it as well, TJ.
So now 3rd down and 13-14 for the Cats. 10:41 to go. The clock is stopped on the incompletion. Trips receivers to the left and 1 up to the right. From the shotgun, high snap. Casey handles it. Pressured. Hit in the backfield. Back at the 45, and he will be sacked. That was a coverage sack down the field as Connor Villapondo acts like he just won the Powerball and takes it back to the 45-yard line. It'll be the 2nd sack of the ball game on Casey. He's going to lose 6 on that one, and it'll be punt time for the Cats.
Wow, was that his Powerball dance?
His Powerball dance or his Super Bowl dance or something.
Yeah, well, hey, you're not going to sack Perez that often, so yeah. Good reaction there from Goddard.
The punt team will come out. They're going to try and pin Goddard back. Goddard, of course, going to come after this one with everything that they have got. Now, it'll be Cesario to punt it away, and timeout going to be taken by Coach G. He wants to talk about things. 9:58 to go. First half, it is Lovington 14, Goddard 7. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
The oil field is competitive again, and great paying jobs are back. The most reliable and absolute best company to work for, Stone Oil Field Service is hiring vacuum truck drivers, kill truck drivers, and hot oilers. Stone Oil Field has locations in Hobbs and Lovington, and Stone offers the best in pay and benefits. Don't believe me? Call 396-1840 and ask for yourself. It's time to start making real money. Stone Oil Field Services, an equal opportunity employer.
The Lovington Wildcats facing a 4th down and 20 after a sack. They will be punting it away, and Cameron Welch to punt as Goddard, you've got to think, Allen, is going to come after this one with everything they've got. They're going to send somebody back deep. That is Diego Miranda. But it's going to be important here for the Cats to make sure they get this punt off, Allen.
Yeah, I think so. And if we weren't a little further downfield, I might try trickery here, but I don't think so.
So Welch will send a man in motion as they always do. That's Areola. As the kick is away, they almost get it. And it'll go angled to the far side, and it'll bounce sideways at the 14 and out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Winds up being a 30-yard punt, but a pretty good punt, which moves Goddard back inside their own red zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for the Goddard Rockets.
Very good punt when you look at it, and I watched the Wildcat punter there put just the right amount of steam on that thing and aim it toward that side of the field to get it to go out of bounds. Very good job by the Wildcat special teams.
Now the ball will be placed on the far hash mark at the 14-yard line. Goddard deep in their own territory. Lovington up 14-7, 9:50 to go first half. From the shotgun, it's a bad snap. It is handled by Aragon. He's going to take it himself up the middle, has some room, crosses the 20 to the 21-yard line, steps through the arm tackle of Lucas Areola before coming over and putting the hit on was Kenneth Arnaz, but he turned near disaster into 8 yards.
Did he stab that out of the air with one hand?
He
Is
did.
That what I saw?
Stabbed it out of the air with one hand after it hit his shoulder pads.
And then got 8.
Wow. Yeah. So 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 21-yard line. 9:20 remaining here in this first half of play. Lovington's defense has played really well. Some of those busted plays, though, you just never can tell.
Yeah.
So they're going to come out from the pistol formation, tight on Aragon in the backfield. He'll roll near side, thinks about the option pitch. He's just going to tuck it, keep it himself as he crosses the 25 to the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 for Aragon, and it'll be enough to move the chains. First down for Goddard, their 6th of the ball game.
Lucas Areola on the stop, and you know what was impressive there by the QB from the Rockets? He lowered the hat and put it right into the numbers of the Wildcat tackler, Lucas Areola.
So bringing the play in from the sideline will be Valentino Rubio, the junior for the Rockets, as Lovington with 5 men across the front and 3 linebackers. Everybody else within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, as Goddard will bring it out 1st down and 10 on their own 26-yard line. 8:40 remaining. From the pistol formation again, Aragon with time, steps back. He wings it left side and over the head of his intended target, Hunter Bean, and incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. But we've got a Lovington Wildcat down on the play, and that is not good as the helmet flies off, and a young man obviously in pain down there. So he sits up. That is a good sign. While we have a moment, we would like to say thank you to the folks who make Lovington Wildcat football possible here on Z94, Z98. Couldn't do it without the help and support of the Lovington schools, also the City of Lovington, Stone Oilfield Services, and Bob's Thriftway. With the injury timeout, 8.5 to go. First half, Lovington 14, Goddard 7. Back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
The City of Lovington is a proud supporter of the Lovington schools. All the employees, including Commissioners Arthur Sanchez, David Trujillo, Bernard Butcher, Scotty Gandy, Mayor Paul Campos, and City Manager James Williams are all proud of the commitment to education that Lovington has in every one of their schools. Do your best and be proud of your community. If you'd like to be part of this amazing team at the City of Lovington, please call 396-2884. That's 396-2884. The new school year has started for the Lovington Wildcats. Students, faculty, and staff are back to their normal schedules. Football, soccer, and volleyball are going strong. Don't forget to cheer on the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on how you or your child can be part of the Wildcat family, log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget, support the Lovington Schools and the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats.
Injury timeout here at Wildcat Stadium as one of the Wildcat players still down on the field as Coach G is out there. Coach Potter is out there too, taking a look at him. A long time as that helmet came off. He took it off himself. That young man obviously in pain. We don't have the number for you just yet. Welcome back to Wildcat football. The Cats leading 14-7, but all thoughts are with the young man down on the field right now. He's Alan Scott. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan will be joining us from the sideline here in just a little while as Doc Potter goes ahead and directs traffic out there. The teams have gotten everybody corralled around, and they want to talk about it. So while we're waiting on this, and a certainly unfortunate situation for the Cats, we think we know who it is, but we don't want to say until we know
75
for
sure. For Lovington was showing quite a bit of emotion and frustration. Preston White at the injury here, which leads me even more toward the guy that you're thinking that it might be, and we don't want to say regarding the health of anybody's kid, especially if the parents are listening to the game on the radio or something, and get people worried for nothing. But lengthy time down, and it's just starting to strike me now with Brown out, our running back, and he has a broken bone that we heard that this evening.
Yeah, we got that from a nice anonymous source.
Yeah, nice anonymous source, so there you go. Injury bug starting to hit the Wildcats, and we just hope it's not that serious as they do get him up.
As they will help that player off of the field. And they do have the jersey up, and I believe that is number 43. So that'll be Kenyon Gibson, the senior linebacker. He's up, and you've got to think it's a lower body. He's not putting any weight at all on his right leg. He's not putting any weight at all really on either leg, but he's up, and they are bringing him off the field as Doc brings him over to the training table. The paramedics have also come over to help out and take a look. Gibson, a huge loss for this Wildcat defense. So now they've got to regroup as Goddard back out on the field after a long injury delay. From the pistol formation again, 3 yards behind the line is the quarterback, Robert Aragon. 2 running backs with him. A 3-receiver set this time. Hands it off to Hoover. Huge hole on the left side to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 40. Lovington trying to chase him down, and they are not going to do it as Hoover takes it to the house from 63, make that 73 yards out. Hoover on the little late hitter goes to the house 73 yards later. We've got a 1-point ball game again, Alan.
Wow, I mean, that was just blown wide open, TJ. There was nobody between the running back, Hoover, and Arkansas Junction.
Yeah, pretty much, as Lovington went to cover the 3 receivers, and that let the big boys up front for Goddard take it in. Hoover, 5 carries, 110 yards now, and a touchdown. Wow, as the kick is up for the point after, and it is good. 8:17 to go first half. We're all tied at 14. Back in a minute for more Wildcat football on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
Honesty, trustworthiness. Man Welding gives you the reassurance that you have made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional team at Man Welding support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington schools. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big or small welding job? Call Man Welding, 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding questions? Call 396-4540. Man Welding. Together we will fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding.
You know, round here, slow is great for dancing, but not so good for the internet. So if you're tired of two-stepping along with your current provider, call LECO. And when you do, you'll soon be dancing with the stars. Experience LECO's blazing fast connection. The new LECO Internet connection for every device. For more details about internet speed, call 370-5010. That's 370-5010 or LECO.net.
73 yards for Hoover, and the Goddard Rockets tie this one up at 14 apiece as the kickoff. It is another squibber. That one's going to be trouble. It is going to be picked up at the 30 to the 35. Still on his feet is the return man. That's Isaac Robles. Gets it up near the 40-yard line before he is brought down. He's Alan Scott. I'm TJ Miracle. Some quick score updates from around the area. And the other district game tonight, Artesia all over Roswell High, 21-0 in the first half of that one. Eunice all over Tularosa tonight at Cardinal Stadium, 21-0. And a barn burner looks like at Watson Stadium, 14-all in the first quarter between the Oñate Knights and the Hobbs Eagles. 4-receiver set from the near hash mark, 39-yard line. Lovington in their own territory. Hand it off to Henson. He's got some room to the 45, to the 50. Cuts it to the outside. Stiff arms a man to the 40. Cuts it back inside to the 35, to the 34-yard line as he couldn't hurdle a final man, but a huge gain. That's 10, 20, 25, 27 yards for Isaiah Henson. And move the chains, first down, Cats.
Nice play by Henson, who's getting into rhythm here tonight. He's been the go-to guy, especially when it comes to running the football, although he did catch a touchdown pass. Nice move there. And like I said earlier, he's got a big stride, TJ. Eats up a lot of yards.
From the 34-yard line inside Goddard territory. Lovington trying to instantly answer back. All tied up at 14. 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. From the shotgun, fake the handoff as Perez will keep it himself, and he burrows under a rugby scrum. Going to be near the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 for the quarterback on the keeper, 2nd and 7.
So you're building on something here. Wildcats coming out of that injury delay, and certainly we hope that young man's going to be all right for Lovington. But they managed to not let it affect them that much. Offense seems to be in rhythm right now, 2nd and 7.
As they've got Gibson up on the cart, I think they're going to go ahead and take him over to the ambulance for observation. Hate to see that, but he's sitting on his own, and that is a good sign. 2nd down and 7 for the Cats from the 31-yard line inside Goddard territory. Fake the handoff to Henson, rolling near side Perez. He wants it all, going deep down the sideline, and that one in and out of the hands of the intended target, Jorge Carrasco. I was just going to say that as he was being held onto by Connor Downs, who had a handful of jersey, and they're not going to whistle it. They're going to call incomplete, and so it'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Man, that's just one where the color guy, me, sits here and waits for the flag to come out. I'm about to call pass interference and no flag.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 as Perez gets the call from Coach G and Coach Tureen on the sideline. Now he'll take it out, and the Cats will split out into a 4-receiver set. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, fake the handoff. Rolling right side is Perez. Throws it underneath, and a sliding grab is going to be made by Evan Cesario at the 21-yard line and move the chains. First down, Cats. Cesario, his 2nd big catch to move the chains tonight for the Cats.
Very big, man, and in 2 ways, TJ. First off, real important yardage gain for the Wildcats, but both times he knew what situation was, where he was on the field, and came back and caught the football. One of those times out of the end zone to the 5-yard line. That's a heads-up play by Cesario.
1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. The Cats are on the march. 6.5 to go in the first half. From the shotgun, give it to Henson. Goes right into the teeth of the Goddard defense and gets it to the 20-yard line for a pickup of 2. First man on the hit was Ryan Nunez. 2 yards for Henson, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
I like Henson. I think now he's getting used to that contact. You know, rumors fly and they say, okay, certain kids don't like to get hit. Hey, he's been hit a few times out here tonight. Still picked up a couple yards.
As Carrasco will bring in the play from the far sideline. As he wanders over towards the huddle, there's 10, 9, 8, 7 left on the play clock. Lovington going to have to hurry to get this one off. They're breaking the huddle with 5, with 4, with 3, with 2. Are they going to get it off? Yes, they do. Fake the handoff as Perez goes under center, throws it across the middle, and overthrows Evan Cesario. Looked like he cut off the route, and he ran a little curl right to the middle of the field, while Casey threw it right to the middle of the end zone, incomplete. And it'll be 4th and 8, or rather, should just be 2nd and 8.
Wow, yeah, and I'll tell you what, man.
Make it 3rd and 8. There we go.
You were spot on. They got out there late, got organized late, had to rush to get that play off.
And a Cat coming off the field hobbled. That's going to be Alexander Trammell, the freshman O-lineman. He's off, and they're going to take a quick look at him. Certainly hope that he is going to be all right. So an important 3rd down and 8 with 5.5 to go out of the incompletion. 4-receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Henson in the backfield with Perez. High snap, Casey handles it, fakes the handoff. Pump fake, now he looks, throws it across the middle, and in and out of the hands of Cesario, who went up high and then got creamed late. Yeah. The ball was already well past him when he was creamed by Tyler Hoover, Hoover, that ball was already on the ground, and Hoover just laid him out, and Evan is down on the field, and he is not feeling well.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, I'm going to call that a cheap shot. Why? Because he was up in the air, extended, and that should be, if the rule is in place in high school, TJ.
And I believe
that's a defenseless receiver being hit right there.
That was, and Evan is down, and he is not feeling well. So another injury timeout with 5.5 to go in this one. Actually, nope, he is up, and he is coming off the field as Coach G gets him up.
Ask you again, man, where's the flag? I mean, a couple times here in the last 2 minutes, should have been one on pass interference. That one right there, I think, is a defenseless receiver and a cheap shot. Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, I think so. As he came in and got him, looked like around the knees as he was up, and the ball had already hit the ground really before that is. So, we didn't see it. We're at an angle from it, so I'm not sure what all happened there, but I think very easily that could have been a targeting penalty called.
Yeah.
As it is, it'll be 4th down and 8 from the 20-yard line, and the Cats will go for it. So Perez from the shotgun tries the hard count, doesn't get Goddard to jump. So he's going to change the play with 5, with 4, with 3, and the Cats will take their 3rd and final timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. 5:31 to go first half. Lovington 14, Goddard 14. Back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon Energy is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teaches discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats from Devon Energy.
5:31 remaining first half, all tied at 14. This is Wildcat football on Z94, Z98, KZOR. He's Alan Scott. I'm TJ Miracle. The Cats going to go for it on 4th down and 8 from the 20. Why not kick the field goal here, Alan?
Right, I would. I'd go with Cameron Welch, but obviously Coach G knows something that we don't. And they already tried the hard count, so they're going to go for it here. But if they don't make it, Roswell, it'll be all right field position.
Trips to the left, pump fake left, as Perez is hit in the backfield and dropped and hit hard. That should be targeting again.
He's
as
crushed.
Coming up high is John Flores. He hit him in the forearm in the helmet.
Wow.
How is that not a targeting penalty?
I don't know.
And so it is a sack back at the 27-yard line. 3rd sack of the ball game for the Goddard Rockets, and over on downs at the 27-yard line.
He was leveled, DJ. Man, crushing blow there. He's all right. Came off the field okay, but 3 times here maybe in recent minutes that maybe flags should have been thrown. Goddard fired up after that. See what they can get done here.
So 5.5, 5:25 to go first half. Goddard has it at the Lovington 27. From the shotgun, Aragon hands it off up the middle as his man will cross the 30 out to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7, make it 8 by Diego Miranda. Make it 7, yep. He's got 30 yards on 7 carries, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. Clock continues to roll, 5 minutes remaining. Remember, Goddard will have the football to start the second half. Lovington out of timeouts here. I think incumbent to see if you can force a 3 and out here, Alan, because Goddard is going to eat clock.
Absolutely.
Lovington with 8 men in the box. A 2-receiver set. They are going to hand it off, and hit up the middle is going to be Diego Miranda, and he is driven backwards inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2. The Cat defense standing up big there.
Right, yeah, and big. I thought I saw 54, but I don't have that number on my roster. Do you?
That
I got
is
a 55.
Ethan Gomez.
Man, it was mano a mano. Gomez shutting that play down. Then he got help late, but a big play there.
So 3rd down and a long 4, a short 5. 4:24 remaining in the half. A big 3rd down play with this ball game tied at 14 apiece. From the shotgun this time as getting a low snap. Aragon handles it. He rolls left. He looks to pass. He's going to be pressured. Throws it underneath. Complete to one of his tight ends across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Nobody covering Hunter Bean, who takes it out to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 11 on the please save me pass. Bean does, and it'll move the chains. 1st down for Goddard.
Man, you're not lying. Sometimes you said broken plays. I don't know if that's what they wanted to do, but the perfect call right there was a screen pass over the middle, and that's what they got.
7th first down. Yeah, he was looking for somebody down the sideline. Huge pressure being put on by Isaac Robles. 1st and 10 from the Goddard 45. 3:40 to go. Send a man left, send a man right. The deep back is Miranda, they will hand it to him. Pitch it on the sweep. Coming near side to the 50 and tripped up and dropped right there as making that stop and saying, you're not getting by me is Kyle Carter. It's a pickup of 5 for Miranda.
Nice by Kyle Carter. First time we've called him out tonight. And, man, he's been a defensive standout all year for Lovington.
The ball right at the 50-yard line. Clock continues to roll with 3:15 to go in this ball game, or rather in this half. A fast-moving first half as we have yet to hit 8 o'clock. And Goddard taking a lot of time. They break the huddle with 13 left on the play clock. So 2nd down and 5. They're going to split a man out wide to the left. That is Sam Ramirez. Everybody else in tight. Bean is the tight end. And keeping himself Aragon. Option pitch to Miranda, who's going to take it left side. Going to be hit right near the first down marker, then spins out of a tackle and spins forward and gets enough. Make it 7-8 yards for the first down, as on that stop was Kenneth Arnaz, but not before Miranda gets 8 yards and moves the chains for the Rockets.
You know, it's a good second effort right there by Miranda. They had him. They hit him right about the 45-yard line. He kept the legs moving and churning and earned that first down. A good effort there by the Goddard Rocket ball carrier.
So they're going to mark that at the 42-yard line. 2:30 remaining. Goddard on the march in a tie ball game, 14-all. Send a man in motion right to left. From the shotgun again is Aragon. Hand it off to Hoover, who stiff arms a man at the line. Stiff arms another man as he crosses the 40 to the 35, and he coughs up the ball. The Cats have it. The Cats have it. Hello. Thank you, Mr. Hoover. Thinking some things that may not be nice. And Hoover is down on the play. And coming up with the fumble was Lucas Areola, stripping it away. I believe was Isaiah Henson, and Areola gets the football.
Wow, what a big play by Henson. But you know what I'm going to say, man, TJ, and we just saw it right in front of us. What goes around comes around. You take a cheap shot on a defenseless receiver for Lovington. Guess what? Hot rod, you cough up the ball in a key situation. Few plays later.
So Lovington has the ball back. They have it 1st and 10 on their own 31. Send 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Henson in the backfield. Hand it to Henson. The delayed handoff, and Isaiah hitting the backfield. Steps through a tackle. Cuts it back near side. Gets out of another tackle at the 30, but he can't escape the 4th guy to hit him. He loses a yard on the play as Ryan Lee hangs on for dear life and brings him down for the 1-yard loss.
Yeah, ran about, 35, 40 yards to lose 1?
Yeah, probably. So actually they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. Good. So no gain on the play, but no loss either. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Cats from the 31. Clock rolls with 1:49 to go. Lovington needs to get on the board here late because Goddard will have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Send 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Ball in the near hash mark. Send Cesario in motion. The little screen pass. They're going to get that. Hello Newman at the 30, 35 to the 40, and he is going to be crushed in the middle.
Flag.
And finally, Ryan Lee going to draw the penalty.
Man, I'm telling you, these two teams are district opponents. They both know the importance of this ball game. And I'm telling you what, TJ, there's some hard licks being put on out there. And some of them not necessarily legal, but we got a flag here, and I'm wondering who this is going to go against.
8 yards to Sebastian Newman, and surely they're going to call targeting on this one. Ryan Lee went for the helmet on Newman, and they will call targeting, personal foul.
There you go.
Thank you.
About time, I would say.
That is probably the 2nd, maybe the 3rd targeting penalty they could have called. So they will tack 15 on to the end of that one. And so that'll be the 3rd penalty for 30 yards against the Rockets.
And you know, I think just as Lovington is now being competitive in this district, TJ, the Goddard Rockets are not used to it. They're not used to Lovington coming at them, tie ball game, and they're frustrated out there.
So after the 15-yard penalty into Goddard territory, 1:29 to go here in this half. From the shotgun, throw the screen pass. That is Carrasco at the 45, still on his feet, and he gets targeted. No call. As he went helmet to helmet. Coming in with Seth Diaz, and he went for the helmet as well. It'll be a pickup of 5 to Carrasco as Coach White for Goddard needs to get his players under control. That is uncalled for.
I got to agree with you. Number 75, right for the head.
From the shotgun, fake the handoff. Perez rolls right side, looking downfield. He will throw it, and he's got a man. That is Gutierrez at the 15 and steps out of bounds. Move the chains, 1st down, Cats.
And that's how you answer that stuff, TJ. When they're starting to hit you late and do these kinds of things, you know what you do? Torch them deep and put a touchdown on the board.
27 yards, but it's coming back on a hold.
Too bad. That would have been a great statement play for the Wildcats. While you're targeting, we're going to go down and score. But unfortunately, penalty doesn't allow it.
So the penalty will end that out. And was a downfield hold. So the ball is actually going to be spotted at the 42-yard line. So it's third down and about 8. So a costly penalty there. It's not going to be first down Cats, but they do still have the ball. With 57 seconds to go in the first half. Trips receivers to the right and one down to the left. From the shotgun, Perez with it. Drops back. Coming is Hoover. He will swing it out just as he is creamed. Gets it to Henson. Little stutter step at the 40. Bounces it outside to the 35, to the 30, and out of bounds he goes as Hoover laid the lumber on Casey Perez, and he is up and shaking the cobwebs, but it'll move the chains on a great little screen pass for the Cats. That is 13 yards on the pass.
Again, heady play by Isaiah Henson, who we've gone through from time to time this year. But tonight he's been a major offensive cog in the wheel, and he's coming through for the Wildcats.
22 yards through the air for Isaiah Henson to go along with 56 on the ground. Trips receivers to the left, one to the right, ball right at the 30. Perez on the screen pass, gets it to Carrasco. He's across the 25, down to the 20. It's a pickup of 11. Move the chains, first down Cats.
Nice, and I like Carrasco. He's a tall guy. He chews up yardage and gets the first down. Nice pitch and catch there.
38 seconds to go. Lovington in the hurry-up offense from the 20 as Perez will get it, and he will slam it into the ground on the clock. He wants to stop it. 36 seconds to go. It'll be second down and 10 as he will ground it to stop the clock and preserve a little time. 105 through the air for Perez in this first half, and it'll be second and 10 from the 20.
Looks like
Carrasco spiked the ball.
Carrasco brings a play in. And, you're right, TJ. They need these points because Goddard will have the ball open the third quarter.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. In the slot, you've got Carrasco and Cesario. From the shotgun, sends Cesario in motion from the left to the right. Perez, under pressure, is forced to roll to the right. Looks, puts it up, and a wounded duck, and that one intended for Henson, who had a Goddard rocket draped all over him. No flag, incomplete. It'll be third and 10.
Henson had to make a few adjustments on that route, too, and did a nice job trying to get somewhere near that ball. But, yeah, lots of hands-on from some of the Goddard defensive backs tonight.
I wasn't aware you were allowed to hug a receiver.
Yeah.
But apparently it's legal in this game.
It is so far.
So second down, make that third down and 10. I forgot about the spike. So Lovington comes out, 2 receivers to the left, and make that Trips receivers to the right and 1 to the left. From the shotgun again is Perez. He's got Henson in the backfield with him. High snap, it's handled. They are thrown to the corner of the end zone. The ball is up and in and out of the hands of the intended target. That was Henson. Coming out of the backfield again, and a late hit put on down the field. No call once again. If the refs are going to let Goddard keep doing this all night, this could be a long night.
Right, yeah. And, well, what's worse is they seem to be celebrating when they're getting away with this. And what I see is, contact that's not necessary and things that really we don't need out there, and they should start flagging some of it.
23 seconds to go. It's fourth down and 10 from the 20-yard line. This is where Lovington turned it over on downs last time. Again, it looks like they're going to go for it. Not sure I don't kick the field goal with Cameron Welch as we'll throw it down to Don Morgan right after this play. Send Trips to the right and 1 to the left. That's Carrasco by himself to the left side. From the shotgun, high snap. Casey handles it. He throws it over the middle, and that one in and out of the hands of Evan Cesario at the 5-yard line. Just let him a little bit too high and incomplete, and it'll be over on downs at the 20 to Goddard. And let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, Don Morgan with the Stone Oilfield Services, call to the sideline.
Oh, big disappointment there as and Lovington knocking on the door and not able to get in. You could just hear a big groan go up from the sidelines from players and coaches alike. But the Coach T was quickly out there saying, come on, turn it around, hold him. So we need for Lovington to hold the line right here and keep from getting down a score going into the halftime.
18 seconds to go. Watch for Hoover up the gut,
Yeah.
You got to think. And so it'll be 2 receivers to the left side, and they will come out in the pistol formation. Aragon is the quarterback, 2 backs with him, Miranda and Hoover. He'll pump fake. He wants it all. Goes left side looking for Bean, and that one is going to be picked off. The Cats have it as making the grab and the pickoff for the Lovington Wildcats. That's Jaden Contreras, and give the ball back to the Cats on the INT.
Wow, nice. He's celebrating. That young man made a nice play. And that's just good way to go into the locker room if you're the Lovington Wildcats. You got a chance to run a play here, but so the crowd's loving it.
They are from the 30-yard line as Contreras moved that one about 10 yards down the field before he stepped out. As Lucas Areola initially got that one and bobbled it, and Contreras said, okay, if you can't hang on to it, I'll try. What are these officials talking about on the far sideline?
Who knows at this point, but they are gathered together there.
Well, the Cats are going to have a chance. You got 8 seconds on the clock. You've got time to run maybe 2 plays or possibly 3. The Cats have not had a lot of success going down the field, and they are going to decide that it is an interception. Yes, sir, it was. Thank you very much. As Contreras bobbled it a couple of times, it would have been a fumble on Lovington had he done it, but they're going to say he actually stepped out back at the 45, 46-yard line. Nope, now they're moving the chains to the 42. Let's make up our minds.
Right, but they got together and decided it was a valid interception. I think they were discussing where to mark the football.
So if you're Lovington here, do you go for it all, or do you try and throw something towards the sideline?
I'm going for it all right now. Ride the wave.
Might as well. From the shotgun, Perez. 4 receivers stacked to the left side. He's under pressure. Lets it go. Down the left side, and that one is in and out of the hands of Cesario, and the flags fly finally as Ryan Lee decides he wants to give Evan a hug, and I guess finally the officials decided, oh, wait a minute, that's illegal. It's not a friendly gesture.
Well, we'll take it when we get it, and that's a good, appropriate call right there. What I like more.
And Evan still nearly caught that football.
Yeah, I thought he was going to. And what I like more is Cesario, who's a playmaker for Lovington, has not been able to make a big play or get into the end zone tonight. The penalty, however, will make that just as good. So maybe that'll get him, a little head of steam going in the second half. We're going to need Cesario, and I'm glad to see them keep going to him.
So 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. We'll move it to the Lovington 27-yard line. There is 2 seconds left to go here in the half, so Lovington is going to have to go for the end zone here. Do you do the end zone, or do you maybe throw the screen pass and see if Henson or somebody can take it in from 27 out?
I would like Henson on that, but I'm thinking 2 seconds, they're going to put the ball in the air deep.
4 receivers to the left. Henson is on the slot that side. They're going to go to Cesario down the right side again as Evan comes back, can't get it, and another pass interference call as the Goddard guys next door think that it's on us. I don't think it is. Cesario had to turn around to get the pass, and Ryan Lee was impeding him and not looking for the ball. That should be pass interference on Goddard.
I'm not going to take anything for granted, but it certainly looked that way from up here. This should be 1st and goal at the 1, shouldn't it?
No, it's not from the spot. It's 15 yards, so that'd move them down to about the 12-yard line, and they would have an untimed down to play. So they're going to talk about it. They're going to come over and tell Lovington what their options are, and the option should be take the untimed down, take the penalty in the untimed down. If it's on Lovington, does Goddard take it? I don't think so, because the clock had expired, and it will be pass interference on the defense. 15 yards on Goddard. Back-to-back pass interference calls. So that is the 5th penalty for 60 yards on Goddard as the radio guys next to us get a little upset.
As they whine a little.
Well, we've been doing it too.
Right. We've been whining too, and it finally worked. They're throwing flags now.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Lovington has it. This will be the last play of the half, barring another defensive penalty. 4 to the left. Perez with time. Throws it underneath and in and out of the hands of his intended target, Isaiah Henson. Threw it just a little bit low, and all that results in an incomplete pass to end the half. We're all tied at 14 apiece in this one. Oh, my goodness. We have got a barn burner in the district opener here tonight at Wildcat Stadium. Is Coach G going to go over? He wants to talk to the Whitecap official, and I'm not sure I disagree with him. We'll throw it down to Don Morgan after Coach G gets done with his discussions down there, and I would imagine they include helmet-to-helmet contact and a few other things. So as Coach G still talking to the official,
You don't think they're talking about 2 McDoubles over at McDonald's for $1.50?
Well, candlesticks do make wonderful gifts. As Hobbs has taken lead at half, 28-14, and let's give it to Dawn Morgan,
hey, Coach.
Stone Oilfield Services.
Yeah, listen, lot of contact out there on the field. Do you feel like some of it is not justified, maybe not getting called?
I mean, it's the way the game's getting called right now, so we just got to keep playing. There's nothing we can do to change that. They're going to call it how they call it. We just got to react and make plays.
All right, so what was bad, what's good? What are you telling the team at half?
I think just the biggest deal for us defensively right now is our alignment. You know, they're showing some different formations that we haven't seen thus far yet, so we just got to make sure and get lined up. When we get lined up, we can make plays. And then offensively, don't shoot ourselves in the foot. You know, don't have penalties like that. And, you know, I mean, we just need to finish drives.
All right. And injuries, how do we know? Do we know anything about Gibson? Is he coming back into the game?
I don't know yet. I'm going to go in and talk to our trainer, and then we'll see what she's got to say.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Dawn Morgan patrols the sideline courtesy of Stone Oilfield Services. It's halftime here at Wildcat Stadium. We're all tied at 14. We are back in 3 minutes here on Z94, KZOR Hobbs, Lovington, Z98, K252CV Hobbs, Z94KZOR.com, and the Z94 KZOR app.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
The oil field is competitive again, and great paying jobs are back. The most reliable and absolute best company to work for, Stone Oilfield Services hiring vacuum truck drivers, kill truck drivers, and hot oilers. Stone Oilfield has locations in Hobbs and Lovington, and Stone offers the best in pay and benefits. Don't believe me? Call 396-1840 and ask for yourself. It's time to start making real money. Stone Oilfield Services, an equal opportunity employer.
The City of Lovington is a proud supporter of the Lovington Schools. All the employees, including Commissioners Arthur Sanchez, David Trujillo, Bernard Butcher, Scotty Gandy, Mayor Paul Campos, and City Manager James Williams, are all proud of the commitment to education that Lovington has in every one of their schools. Do your best and be proud of your community. If you'd like to be part of this amazing team at the City of Lovington, please call 396-2884. That's 396-2884. The new school year has started for the Lovington Wildcats. Students, faculty, and staff are back to their normal schedules. Football, soccer, and volleyball are going strong. Don't forget to cheer on the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on how you or your child can be part of the Wildcat family, log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget, support the Lovington Schools and the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats.
Honesty, trustworthiness. Man Welding gives you the reassurance that you have made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional team at Man Welding support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington Schools. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big or small welding job? Call Man Welding, 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding questions? Call 396-4540. Man Welding. Together we will fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Taylor Middle School A-Band members to the field. They will be playing their LHS fight song and the school alma mater. Band would like to thank Ms. Nicole Carrillo for her dedication to the LHS Big Blue Flag Team. She will be moving to take a job in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you, Nicole, for all your help. It is greatly appreciated, and you will be missed.
How do I change my scene settings?
Be like gladiators, in this football game. I liked the fact that Coach Gonzalez, he's not going to throw the referees under the bus. I think he's very circumspect, and he was very nice when he was talking. I think he got his point across, but without really pointing fingers. But he just said, "Hey, you know what? You just play the hand you're dealt, and you can't change." He doesn't worry about worrying about things that you can't change, and the only thing he can do and they can do is decide that to play the best they can given the circumstances and get out there and do what it takes. And they're going to definitely have to bring both their A game back in with the offense and the defense and get in here. I think it's going to be really important for them psychologically to come out and play well and get some more confidence going into the half as they did. It was kind of bittersweet, good and bad, and I think they're going to have to come back out and really ignite themselves a little bit and to get fired up for a strong second half.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. Great job down there. Dawn Morgan patrolling the sidelines, courtesy of Stone Oilfield Services.
I want to take Dawn to task here real quick. Now, you were coming over from
turning
Hobbs.
her mic back on.
You were coming over from Hobbs. I know you didn't get to see the first half. but you saw it on your radio, right?
I did. You guys sounded great. I was following right along, and enjoying the play-by-play. And yes, I was seeing that in my mind. You guys painted the picture very well.
Yeah, and you heard us, I think, calling for some of these flags, a few plays, a few possessions before they actually started flying.
Yep.
TJ and I picked up on this way early. Now, I'll give the officials some props. I'm not going to be as nice as Coach Q. It took them forever to get on board, but they finally did. And you saw it on back-to-back plays, TJ, to Evan Cesario. So perhaps we'll clean it up a little in the second half, less of that pass interference, less friskiness out there, and get down to playing some football. And right now, it's anybody's game. It starts over. It's 14-14.
Yeah, it does. We will reset it as we get ready for the third quarter. So, Alan, same question to you. After watching the first half, seeing the first half, keys for the Cats if they want to get out of here with the win tonight and move on in the district race.
I'm going to have to lean the way you did before the ball game. It's going to be defense, but big plays have been the story in the first half, and only 2 touchdowns on each side. You look at it, a big play early in the game, 9:18 to go in the first. Perez to J.J. Gutierrez, 22 yards down to the 14-yard line. We got Hinson into the end zone. That's good. We hope he can get there again in the second half. Miranda answered back at 2:32. It's tied at 7-7. Then he had a 55-yard run from scrimmage on a broken play by Perez with around the 7:45 mark. 14-7 after the TD pass to J.J. Gutierrez, and so got an exciting ball game. Then Tyler Hoover, who got involved in some of the extracurriculars, broke off a 70-plus yard run to tie it up at 14. We thought 7:57 left after you're looking at another big play by Hinson down to about the 30 that we're probably going to get a score there early in the second. We didn't. Had a chance before the half. Unable to score. So my keys to the second half, big plays. If you're Lovington, you can't give them up, but you're going to need to make a few.
Well, and I don't necessarily disagree with you. Yeah, I agree completely. On defense, you cannot give them up. You've got to keep an eye on Hoover especially, but Miranda and Aragon both capable of breaking off some runs. And I'm going to go the opposite way. You don't need the big play. You want the little play that turns into the big play. Lovington kind of got away from that towards the end of that half when they were throwing all the balls down the field, when they were having a tremendous amount of success, just throwing, the little screen pass, little receiver screen, or throwing the little running back screen, and then letting the guys, letting Newman, letting Carrasco, letting Henson, just go run for 8, 9, 10 yards. As long as you move the ball down the field that way, you can turn those small plays. They all add up into a big play. I'd like to see him get back to that. They also got away from the running game a little bit late in that second half, too.
Yeah.
Henson came out with 56 yards on 9 carries. You got Perez, who's carried it 8 times himself for 57 yards. He'd have a lot more than that if it wasn't for the 3 sacks in this one. So, the Cats have had a lot of things that go right in this ball game. The difference right now is, as you mentioned, a couple of big plays, but Lovington is out there proving that they can hang with this Rocket team no problem at all, at least not through the first half.
I'm leaning your way, too. One thing you mentioned in the first quarter was sustained drives, 2 11-play drives by each one of these teams, 8 up the first quarter. But that's what I'd like to see more of in the third quarter for Lovington. Take some time off the clock, establish another drive. As you mentioned, instead of going for the whole enchilada, pick up 5, 7, 8, 12 yards. Run some time off the clock. And again, as I mentioned in the first half, I think important for Lovington to get a lead early in the second half.
And the defense will have to get them there. Important, I think, to get a 3-and-out or keep Goddard out of the end zone, as Coach Gonzalez is down talking to the officials once again on the sidelines. I think he just wants to make sure he gets his point across there. And so we have both the teams back out on the sideline. We will take a 90-second timeout, come back with the kickoff of the second half. You're listening to Lovington Wildcat Football on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
The new school year has started for the Lovington Wildcats. Students, faculty, and staff are back to their normal schedules. Football, soccer, and volleyball are going strong. Don't forget to cheer on the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats. Lovington Schools is the best district in all of Lee County. For more information on how you or your child can be part of the Wildcat family, log on to lovingtonschools.net. And don't forget, support the Lovington Schools and the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Wildcats.
Honesty, trustworthiness. Man Welding gives you the reassurance that you have made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional team at Man Welding support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington Schools. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big or small welding job? Call Man Welding, 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding questions? Call 396-4540. Man Welding. Together we will fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding.
You know, round here, slow is great for dancing, but not so good for the internet. So if you're tired of two-stepping along with your current provider, call Lico. And when you do, you'll soon be dancing with the stars. Experience Lico's blazing fast connection. The new Lico Internet connection for every device. For more details about internet speed, call 370-5010. That's 370-5010 or lico.net.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94, Z98, KZOR. Getting ready for the start of the second half and tossing it down to Don Morgan, Stone Oldfield Services.
Hey, thanks, guys. I had taken my earpieces out a minute ago. The refs were actually kind of hanging over here on the sideline talking with some of the Lovington coaches, and I was trying to pick something up. I think it was just general jocularity. They weren't talking about game. They were just kind of passing things back and forth. And now, of course, the huddle has broken, and Coach D had his players down there getting them a really good, energetic workout, I think, getting those muscles back warm, and now they're all pumped up and ready right here on the sideline, and I think we're all ready to go.
And so tonight we've had a Bull Durham reference, and now we've had a MASH reference. Jocularity.
Right.
Father Mulcahy, everybody made fun of. So good job, Don Morgan.
He had a heck of a right hook, Father Mulcahy.
He did. Well, it's going to be up to Lovington to come out and put the right hook into Goddard. Goddard will have the football first, as back deep to receive are going to be Lee, and I believe that is also Miranda. So Cameron Welch to kick it away as we start the third quarter, all tied up at 14 in the district opener here at Wildcat Stadium. And it is a high end-over-end kick, and that one will go out the back of the end zone. And so Goddard will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And
again, the strategy on the kickoffs. Lovington has been going high and deep. Goddard has been squibbing. I'm guessing our average field position on changes of possession, TJ, on kickoffs is right around the 40-yard line tonight.
Yeah, so probably about a 20-yard difference in field position, I would guess. 18 to 20 probably. So from the 20-yard line, it'll be Goddard football as we start this third quarter. With the ball going out of bounds, of course, the clock has not started rolling as of yet. I formation, it'll be Aragon under center. The deep back is Miranda. Pitch it to Miranda, fake the pitch, and actually coming up the middle is Hoover, and he's just moving the pile like a rugby scrummer, and he's going to get 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 right up the gut.
Man, I'll tell you what, that Hoover, he may be a feisty player and may push a few rules, but he's a strong kid. He was like a mole digging underground right there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8. We are underway in the third quarter, all tied up at 14. Goddard has the football first to start this half. I formation again. Hoover is the halfback. The fullback again is Miranda. Aragon will give it to make the option pitch left side. That is Miranda. Crosses the 25, puts the helmet down, and is met and driven back at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, but that was a good play there to not give ground by Kenneth Arnaz. So 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, Lucas Areola, a couple other Wildcats in there. Good swarming to the football right there by Lovington.
So 3rd and 2, an important 3rd down as a minute is gone here in the third quarter, all tied at 14. If Lovington can stop them, I'm not sure Goddard won't go for it, but they're going to move everybody up tight. Single back is going to be Miranda. They will pitch it to Miranda. He tries left side. He's got a huge hole. Crosses the 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50, to the 40. One man to beat, to the 30, to the 20, and finally going to be pushed out of bounds from behind. And whoa, watch out. You got to be careful of the horse collar tackle there. J.J. Gutierrez gets him out at the 10-yard line, but that is big. Wow.
Yeah, he just had forever to go once he got out in the open field.
60 yards for Miranda. That puts him over the 100-yard mark for tonight, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Lovington 11. Make that 12.
Yeah, and it would have been in the end zone were it not for extra effort to catch him from behind.
But you got to be careful of the horse collar because it looked like he did get him up high. So fortunately, that one didn't go our way. 1st and 10 from the 12, and it will be a quarterback keeper for Aragon. Pushes inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the quarterback keeper.
And we talked about big plays. Of course, that one was big. What do big plays do? They get you fired up, especially when they get you down in the red zone, and now they're inside the 10-yard line.
So from the 8-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and about 6. Call it 5. Make it 6. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 6. So I'm going to change my numbers here quickly. One of these years I'm going to use pencils. So 24 yards on the ground for Aragon, 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line. And the handoff and coming right up the middle is Hoover. Not a lot there. Is going to get down to about the 6-yard line. A 2-yard pickup again for Hoover. At least here in the early going of the third. Looks like Lovington may have found the key to Hoover.
Yeah, it sans that one big play, but a nice job here. The last couple snaps, TJ, brings up 3rd and interesting here now for Goddard.
So 3rd and 5, yeah.
Will they fake it and throw into the end zone?
They are going to split a man out wide to the right. That is Sam Ramirez. He is the only receiver in the set. They do have 2 tight ends in the game. And they will throw it over the middle. And that one is picked off by Lucas Ariola into the end zone to the 10. Cuts it back to the 20. Still on his feet and is hit at the 20 and spun down. But the second INT of the ball game for the Lovington Wildcats. And that will end the Goddard threat. 1st and 10 for the Cats from the 20. But we got laundry all over the field.
Oh, man. I hope that
it's on the return because it's out at the 20.
Okay.
So.
It'll stand then. Because we talked about big plays. The run was a huge play. Then I said, will they fake it and throw? They did. And it's picked. That's an even bigger play.
I'm serious. You're buying lotto tickets on the way home for all of us tonight. You are the Swami tonight as we wait for the head referee to make the call up to the booth. And this one is going to be on Goddard. It'll be personal foul targeting again. They caught him on the helmet that time. 15 yards from the end of the run. Move him out to the 36. 1st down, Cats.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if you keep showing that to the referees, and they have all night, they're going to keep calling it now that they've started, TJ.
And especially since it's been called to their attention. From the 36, Lovington off of the 3rd Goddard turnover of the night. Let's see if they can capitalize on it this time. Trips receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Perez back to pass, throws it over the middle. Cesario at the 40, 45 to the 50. Out of a tackle, moves backwards though, but it falls forward into Goddard territory right along the seam. Move the chains. 1st down, Cats. That's 15 yards.
Great effort by Cesario. 2 tacklers there, and somehow he's able to nose it across midfield into Roswell territory well after being hit.
1st and 10 from the Roswell 49-yard line. Just a little turnaround route. We talked about it. Maybe I'll buy a lottery ticket. Small plays that turn into bigger ones.
There you go.
So 15 yards from the shotgun formation. They're going to move Cesario into the slot on the left side. 2 receivers to the right. 3-step drop for Perez. Pump fake goes underneath, and he will have it complete to Cesario at the 50. He loses his towel. Stiff arms a man at the 40 to the 30 and steps out of bounds, and we have got Goddard Rockets fighting all over the place down there as Hoover is hit by his own man. He was going to try and take a shot at Alexander Trammell and hits his own man and comes up hobbled.
Wow.
He's up and shaking it off now, but it'll be a Wildcat 1st down to the 30-yard line. 19 more yards to Evan Cesario. Move the chains.
I like the call to Cesario because he's dependable, but right there, he showed you extra effort again. Yards after the catch. They call it yak, and I'm telling you what, good effort by Evan Cesario to set Lovington up at the 30.
139 through the air now for Casey Perez. 55 for Evan. From the shotgun, Perez with it. Has time. Looks to pass. Pump fake up the middle. Now he's going to have to tuck it. Taking himself 25 to the 20 and down to the 19-yard line, 11 yards. That was a coverage way to go, but he saw the white sea open and he takes off. That's 11 more yards on the ground. Move the chains. 1st down, Cats.
Goddard Rocket down and not looking good. Number 85.
That is Tyler Hoover as he was up hobbled just a few moments ago. And so with the injury timeout, we will take it with them back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR. Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon Energy is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teaches discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats from Devon Energy. Hoover is up and off under his own power. It's 1st and 10 inside the Lovington Blue zone from the 19-yard line. All tied at 14. This drive was predicated off of the third turnover of the night, the second INT. Empty backfield. Perez pump fakes right. Now he's going to take it himself. Rolls to the left side. Across the 20 to the 15, and he is hit as he goes out of bounds as Ryan Lee puts the shoulder into him right at the line. Clean hit. It'll be 4 yards on the keeper for Perez, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
And, man, a lot's gone on since that pick. Lucas Ariola makes that pick, and 8:14. That happened at 9:13. Lovington has gotten down the field pretty quickly.
They have matriculated the ball quite well, as Hank Stram would say. So 2nd down and 6 to go. From the near hash mark, 4 receivers set. The deep back behind Perez is Henson. They hand it to Henson. Stutter step at the line. Comes near side to the 10, to the 4, to the 8. Still on his feet and finally out of bounds at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 8 for Isaiah Henson, his first carry of the half, and it moves the chains. 1st down, Cats.
Nice. They keep the momentum going, and still
64,
more than 8 minutes, 8:06.
64 yards on the ground for Isaiah Henson. 1st and goal from the Cats at the Goddard 7-yard line. And he went out of bounds, so that will stop the clock. Quick score update coming in from New Cardinal Stadium. 30-0 in favor of the Cardinals over Tularosa. We've got a barn burner here, 14 all. With 8:06 to go. Casey Perez from the shotgun rolls near side, tosses it into the corner of the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, J.J. Gutierrez. The Cats retake the lead at the 7:59 mark.
Wow, 2nd time tonight. Gutierrez tastes pay dirt.
2nd time an 8-yard touchdown pass.
Nice, and a good throw from Perez. You saw that play develop from up here. I love being up high here near the 50 where we are, TJ. You could just see it. Nice route, and throwing in anticipation of that route was Perez.
Cameron Welch on to attempt the point after. Out of the hold of Evan Cesario. Lovington up 20-14. The point after to come. Low snap. Evan handles it. Cameron boots it. And it is up and wide to the right. And so the Cats miss the PAT. But they still take a 6-point lead, 20-14. And let's make a Stone Oilfield Services call to the sideline and check in with Dawn Morgan.
Ouch. You know, in a close game like this, you don't want to leave any points out there on the field, but it doesn't stop the jubilation here on the sideline. I tell you what, that was not only a great throw, it was a fabulous fake, and it worked, and that gave him the time to roll out and find that receiver and make that great throw. So really nice job on the offense on that drive. Absolutely terrific. They're all celebrating here in their pink socks.
All right. Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. Yes, we noticed those pink socks. Of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Cats off of the INT, turn it into PTS. The points on the board, and the point after no good, but 20-14. That's what the Cats needed. It looked like Goddard was taking the momentum away, and then Lucas Ariola decided he was going to snatch it back from the Rockets.
I think if the Wildcats hang on and win this game, certainly we're pulling for them to do that, TJ. That would be the turning point of the game. That pick, they were in the red zone.
They were. And moving seemingly unstoppably towards the go-ahead score. But they decided to get cute, and, hey, we'll take it with the INT. So Cameron Welch will boot it away. Lee and Miranda back deep to receive for the Goddard Rockets. Lovington up 20-14. Welch, the little stutter step as he puts the foot into the ball, and it is a high end over ender, but short. It bounces at the 10. Lee gets it at the 8 to the 15. Looking sideways at the 15. Gets around a man at the 20, out to the 25-yard line, and Lovington will gang tackle him right there, and fired up is Riley Moorhead, who led the charge.
Man, but Lovington's got to feel good right now. Like Dawn said, and she's prophetic about this, PATs and their importance later. If you remember before the bye week,
yes,
when we couldn't buy a PAT, anybody.
Fortunately, Santa Teresa couldn't either.
Yeah.
We won that game 23-18.
Yeah.
So PAT is the difference. 1st and 10 for the Rockets from the 24-yard line. They're going to come out in the jumbo package. Under center is Aragon. The lone back with him is Miranda. As Lovington jumps off sides, I think they were getting just Ethan Gomez, I think, jumped. He fell for the count, just trying to get his blitz on good, and it cost the Cats 5 yards. So spot them 5, and it'll be 1st and 5 from the 29.
Important series here, I think, for Lovington's defense. If Goddard does get down the field and score and they get an extra point, you find yourself down.
For the first time in the ballgame, the pitch on the sweep to Miranda, hit in the backfield and driven backwards as Joshua Franklin leads the charge. It is a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Man, you talk about answering the call right there. On 1st and 5, you get a loss of 1. You can't ask for more from your defense than that.
No, you can't. So 2nd down and 6. The clock continues to roll. 7:25 to go in this third quarter of action. As Goddard will bring the play out to the line. They will split a man. That is Hoover out wide to the right. They've got another man. That is Bean wide to the left. Aragon in the backfield, and he will take the snap, take it himself over left tackle across the 35 to the 36-yard line before he is brought down. He has enough for the first down, 7 yards before Enrique Gonzalez brings him down.
Right, Wildcats stop them there, and, they have given up some big runs, but for the most part tonight, I think the tackling's been pretty good for the Wildcats.
10th first down of the ball game for the Rockets. It'll be first down from their own 37-yard line. Clock continues to move at 6:50. Goddard, what they need to do is just continue to play their ball game. They are not much of a passing team. They are a run-first team. Split Sam Ramirez wide to the left, and that'll be Hoover wide to the right. From the shotgun, the option pitch to the near side to Miranda across the 40 and hit from behind by Arnaz and driven forward to the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 7 on that option pitch.
Classy play by Arnaz. Not only is he big, he's fast, able to get up on him from behind and bring him down. Nice play by Kenneth Arnaz right there.
And so it'll be 2nd down and 3. Ball at the 44-yard line. Goddard still in their own territory as we click down towards the halfway point of the third quarter. Lovington draws first blood and leads 20-14. 2 receivers set from the pistol formation. And keeping it himself is Aragon. Going to go over right tackle. Crosses into Lovington territory. Still on his feet. Still dragging Cats with him inside the 40. How did he do that? He had Lucas Areola and also Enrique Gonzalez draped on him. And he goes inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. And he did it dragging about 500 pounds with him.
Yeah, I'm just shocked at that effort. They look like dancing partners out there. He's not that big either. He's carrying people, just would not stop moving the legs, TJ.
12, that's an impressive play. Credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
A 12-yard pickup, and it moves the chains for the Rockets. That's their 11th first down. Back under center this time is Aragon. He will pitch it to Miranda. Flags fly as Miranda is going to be hit at the line, falls forward, gets about 2 yards. Kenneth Arnaz again coming up from the bottom of the pile, but I think this one is coming back on the hold.
That's what my first thought was, holding offense.
So let's see. They threw it right at the line of scrimmage. And the Rockets are already moving backwards like they know it's going to be against them. And so let's see what the referee calls. He wants to make sure what Coach G wants to do. Yeah, I think I'll move them back 10 yards if it is indeed. And waiting. And, oh, wow. I'm not sure. What is that?
Wait, we got a personal foul. That's 15, wasn't it?
Wow. They're going to call the chop block. And so the 15 yards as the radio.
And we get a comment on the illegality of that call from our radio friends next door. They're not happy, and you know what? That makes me happy because it benefits Lovington.
Well, we weren't happy earlier, so.
True that.
Oh, I guess, although I haven't taken off my headset to scream out the window.
Right,
but,
yeah. And please don't.
I won't.
So leave that to me, would you?
I will. The 15-yard penalty. It'll be first down and 25 as rolling is Aragon. He's going to be hit back at the 40 and drop first sack of the ball game. The Cats will bring him down, and that'll be Ethan Gomez. So let's see, that's a 7-yard sack, the first of the ball game, and now it'll be third down and 32.
They need the 29-yard line of Lovington.
And they are at their own 40. Wow. Wow.
Big time,
10,
good
20,
time for a sack.
31 yards. So second down and 31. Good time for the first sack of the ball game. They're going to come out in a 4-receiver set this time as Aragon from the shotgun. Low snap, he handles it, bobbles it, has time, wings it to the left side and overthrows his intended target. And yep, they are going to throw the defenseless penalty on Lovington as Isaac Robles giving it back to Tyler Hoover. I think just a little bit of frustration there. It will be 15 yards, and that is the correct call and a good call.
Yeah, and we were crying about that same thing. So I'm going to say turnabout is fair play when you come in and undercut a receiver who's exposed like that.
Yeah, anytime you do that, I don't care what team it is a 15-yard penalty and should correctly be.
And so they get back some of this yardage that they needed via penalty. Where's this going to put them now?
That should put them up about the 45-yard line inside Goddard or inside Lovington territory. And
gets about half of it then.
And it will be personal foul going on the defenseless player. And so it will replay second down. No, that'll be 50 so move it down to the 46-yard line inside of Lovington territory, but it's still second down and about 17. So second and 17 after the 15-yard personal foul penalty inside Lovington territory. This one's kind of gone back and forth on the penalties here for the Wildcats. That is their fifth penalty for 50 yards.
It's evening out, I think. Fair job.
7 penalties, 90 yards on Goddard. 2 receivers left, send a man in motion from the left to the right. From the shotgun again is Aragon. He's got Miranda off of his right shoulder as whistles sound as timeout going to be taken by the Goddard Rockets. Their first timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. 4:39 to go, third quarter. It's Lovington 20 and Roswell Goddard 14. We are back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Goddard timeout, 4:39 to go in the third quarter. Lovington leads this one 20-14. He's Alan Scott. I'm TJ Miracle, Missy in studio engineering, and we can't forget Don Morgan patrolling the sidelines for us. So second and 17 after penalties both ways have got this one back to slightly more doable as it'll be an option pitch. Miranda trying the left side, has some room, stutter step, stiff arm Sebastian Newman. Then he turns the corner after Newman falls down to the 30, cuts it back towards the inside the 20 to the 10 and into the end zone for the touchdown. 47 yards for Diego Miranda as he shook and baked. He did the shake and bake, and Lovington shook and baked and flaked with him, and nothing they could do. 47 yards later, it is a big touchdown run for Diego Miranda.
That's the Achilles heel of the Wildcats. They had that play contained, and, he breaks a tackle. Next thing you know, he finds open field, and he's gone for 47 yards. Really, that should have been a 10 or a 15-yard gain, TJ.
Yeah, it shouldn't have even been that. They had him dead to rights at about the 43 or 44. It should have been about a 3 or 4 yard gain. And then they had opportunities. The point after is up from the left-footed kicker, and it is good. And so at 4:23 in the third quarter, the Goddard Rockets take their first lead of the ballgame, 21-20. So let's take a Stone Oilfield Services call to the sideline with Dawn Morgan. Dawn?
Hey, things have gone a little bit quiet but intense down here, and the offensive coordinators are huddling with some of their key people, Carter, Isaiah Henson over there, and doing some talking. And these guys are just they have to dig in. They got some work to do now, and they've got to really clean up, play clean but tough. Get in there. Goddard, when you're seeing it from the sideline and hearing it, they look a lot bigger. And I think Lovington is at a disadvantage, especially when their offensive line lines up against our defense. It's just really, really noticeable. Lovington is they've got an uphill battle just to stay in this game with a lot of the toughness of Goddard.
Size versus speed, I think, when it comes to that matchup. So after the 47-yard touchdown run by Diego Miranda and the point after good, Goddard takes their first lead of the ball game as the kickoff. It is another squibber. It'll be picked up by Robles at the 30 to the 35 and falls forward to the 37-yard line and is landed on by Timmy Burrell. And so 1st and 10, but the Cats again with good field position. Now they need to answer on this drive, Alan, with 4:17 to go third quarter.
Yeah, they certainly do. And again, you can't really bring back points you didn't get, but that missed extra point may come back to haunt us. However, more importantly, right now is that the Wildcats answer the bell and get something going here before the third quarter ends.
21-20, Goddard their first lead of the ball game. Lovington going to stack 4 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Perez from the shotgun. He will take the low snap off the hip. He looks. He puts it up, and that one is in and out of the hands of his intended target. That was J.J. Gutierrez. Jacob Jameson wanting the flag. I don't think they're going to give it to the old QB. Right. It just looked like good coverage down the way by Valentino Rubio. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Right, yeah, and I don't know. To me, about the time Jacob was asking for the flag, I wondered if the defender ever turned around and looked for the football. Did he?
It looked like maybe they were on each other. I'm not even going to attempt to make that call from up here.
That's small potatoes compared to other things tonight.
Potato.
Yeah.
5 receivers set. They're going to send trips to the left. Ball right in the middle of the field. 2nd down and 10 from the 37. Perez back. Pump fake. Throws it over the middle. And caught by Gutierrez across the 50 to the 45 to the 44-yard line. That is 12, 17, 18 yards. And move the chains. 1st down, Cats.
Man, has Gutierrez had a good night or what? 2 trips to the end zone. But right there, TJ had to climb the ladder, get up in the air, twist his body around, adjust to that pass, and he hauled it in. That's a fine piece of receiving.
4 catches, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Yes, that is a good night. Into Goddard territory, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Their 14th first down of the night. From the shotgun, option pitch to Henson on the right side. Hit in the backfield and dropped back at the 48. That didn't work. Take that play and wad it up and throw it away. It's a 5-yard loss.
Wow, and what impresses me, of course, team play, but right there, one-on-one play. The Goddard defender versus Henson, mano a mano, and he brought him down. And if I can read the number, he's the guy messing with the shoulder pad back. It was number 1, Ryan Lee.
Lee with the tackle. He's had quite a few tonight. It'll be 2nd down and 15 with 3:21 to go. Send trips receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to keep Henson in for protection in the backfield. Fake the handoff. They're going to throw the screen and in and out of the hands of Jorge Carrasco. He was already looking to run. That ball maybe a touch behind him, but he had a ton of running room, but just couldn't get it. And so it'll be 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, it brings an interesting scenario I want to ask you about. The linemen, of course, are trained to get their hands up. You see a lot of passes batted down in the NFL. What about the vision, the guy catching it when it seems to go right through the defender's hand like that?
It's tough. I was always taught just look for the football, don't worry about anything else. Right. Of course, there's probably a reason why I was behind 3 or 4 other guys, a couple of which went into the NFL. So trips receivers to the left and 1 to the right, and no, I was anywhere close to as good as they were. Perez from the shotgun. He's going to have to roll right side. Tucks it, takes it off himself, 40, 35 to the 30, and out of bounds. And is ridden across at about the 28-yard line, but it's more than enough. Move the chains. Wildcat 1st down.
Wow, been a while since we've seen Perez break one off, TJ, and what that reminded me is how fast our young sophomore quarterback, number 12, is. Did you see him turn on the jets?
He did. 17 yards and 99 on the ground for Casey, and that's the 15th first down for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 from right between the 30 and the 31. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Lovington trails by a point. 4 receivers set from the far hash. Casey gets it, hands it off on the delay to Henson, who starts taking it east-west instead of north-south, and gets back to the line, but no more than that. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and number 85 in on the tackle there.
That is,
and we know that
Hoover.
It's Tyler Hoover. We've been calling his name a lot. He's been very active tonight. Let's just say that.
Glad to see him back out there and not hurt. He is a whale of a ball player. Sometimes a little intense, feisty. I like that. That's a good word. So 2nd down and 10 after no gain by Henson. Send trips receivers to the left and 1 to the right. That is going to be Newman by himself up to the right. Fake the handoff. They will throw the screen to Carrasco, and he is going to be hit behind the line and falls forward. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. So it is a completion, but nothing doing to Jorge Carrasco, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Right, yeah, and that's a repeat of the same play they used a couple of snaps ago. Not a bad play. I don't know. I'd rather see, and we've seen Carrasco. He's better, I think, going downfield 5 or 10 yards.
I think you may be right, but you know.
Across the middle, sometimes it's tough.
It can be. There was the wide receiver screen there, but we'll see what they do here. So 3rd down and 10, 1:51 to go. Lovington needing to answer from the 31-yard line. Trips receivers right, one to the left. Pump fake right, come back across the middle. In and out of the hands of Henson. That one thrown behind him and almost picked off. That was very, very dangerous. Perez under huge pressure in the backfield. To shoot in the gap was Caston Ramage, who put the pressure on, or excuse me, that was Tristan Turley, number 20. And so 4th and 10. Do you go for it here, or do you take a shot at the 47-yard field goal, Alan?
Well, they wouldn't take a shot at the shorter field goal, but they're going to bring out Welch. Will they punt it, or are they going to kick the field?
They're showing they're going to kick it, and it'll be from the 39. So this is a 49-yard attempt from the near hash mark for the right-footed kicker.
Wind at his back.
And so the snap is down, the kick is up, and it is a line drive, and no good as it falls about 10 yards shy. And so the 49-yarder, did that one get tipped maybe?
Yeah, I think it did. It was a line drive. It looked like, too, that they just went a little fast. Wildcats were in a hurry to snap and kick that thing. I think Welch could make that. He's got the wind at his back, but they seemed a little hurried right at the snap, didn't they?
They did, and they're going to mark this at the 20-yard line like it's a touchback. I thought it was supposed to be from the spot of the kick, but maybe I'm not. I'm going to have to check the rule book on this one. I think Goddard should have it at the 39, but they're giving it to him at the 20. Coach Chris White not out complaining, so I guess they'll take it at the 20. Goddard with a 1-point lead, 90 seconds to go. 3rd quarter, I formation. Hand it off to Miranda right up the middle. He's got room to the 35, to the 40, to the 50. They are not going to get him. 80 yards later, Miranda is into the end zone for the Goddard touchdown. Ouch.
Wow, and they have just worn down Lovington with that relentless running game, and it's been the big plays, and that may sound like common sense, but a few big plays have made the difference now. Goddard with a significant lead.
Miranda with 127 yards on his last 2 carries.
47 yards prior, and now this one.
Yeah, he's got 239 yards and 16 carries, and so he's gotten almost 200 yards in the 3rd quarter alone.
Wow.
The kick is up, the point after sails through, but flags fly as Jacob Weezer boots it through, and it will be a penalty on offsides on the Goddard Rockets. So move them back 5 yards, and they'll do it again. But that's a tough one, Alan. Makes it 27-20. Lovington still within a touchdown, but they have to answer, and they've got to get that defense some time to breathe.
They do. And, right here, it'd be nice. We missed a PAT. If somehow, and they have a left-footed kicker who's very good, somehow they miss this PAT, you're only down 7.
Let's see what they do as Weezer will come out for the extra point. Low snap. He puts it up. It is a high kick, and it goes through the upright. So 1:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Goddard 28, Lovington 20. We're back in 1 minute on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
The oil field is competitive again, and great paying jobs are back. The most reliable and absolute best company to work for, Stone Oil Field Service is hiring vacuum truck drivers, kill truck drivers, and hot oilers. Stone Oil Field has locations in Hobbs and Lovington, and Stone offers the best in pay and benefits. Don't believe me? Call 396-1840 and ask for yourself. It's time to start making real money. Stone Oil Field Services, an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Lovington Wildcat football on Z94, KZOR Hobbs, Lovington, Z98, K252CB Hobbs. The Z94 KZOR app on all your devices and Z94KZOR.com. I'm TJ Miracle, he's Alan Scott, Don Morgan on the sidelines, Missy in studio engineering and producing. It's turned into the Diego Miranda show. He's touched the ball twice. His last 2 times he's touched the ball, he's got 2 touchdowns and 127 yards to go with it, as the little squibber will do some bouncing, and it'll be fielded at the 30. That is Henson to the 35, looking for some room to the 40, runs over a man and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So again, the Wildcats with good field position, and quickly a Stone Oil Field Services call to the sideline with Dawn Morgan.
Well, these guys know that they have to gut it up right now and get in there and answer these points. I think Alan said it very well. You've got to stay in this game, not just on the scoreboard, but psychologically, and that means a successful drive right now.
I think you are both absolutely correct. 28-20. The Cats have led or were tied this entire game until just a couple of minutes ago when a missed PAT and then a Goddard touchdown on a 47-yard run. Their PAT good. So the first time Lovington had trailed, they were led or were tied for more than half of this ball game.
Right, and 4:23 in the quarter was the first time, third quarter, that we were behind.
From the shotgun, Perez, 5-step drop, in trouble, rolls to the right, looking for some help. He's going to tuck it. He is going to fire it down the field, and Cesario gets it at the 39-yard line inside Goddard territory. Wow!
Yeah, those two are in rhythm, man. They are joined at the hip. They know each other, and I think they're in each other's head. Beautiful.
18 yards to Evan Cesario and move the chains. First down, Cats. That is their 16th.
He rolled out. He knew where Cesario was going, TJ, and he fired a laser. A very nice pass and a nice catch.
183 through the air for Perez. And inside Goddard territory, a minute to go, third quarter. From the under center this time is Perez. He will pitch it to the left side as Henson looking for some room. Gets to the corner to the 30. Stiff arms a man, but can't fight him off as making the tackle is Valentino Rubio. But it's still good for a pickup of 8 on the pitch play.
I like the call because Henson, if you can get him around that edge, and he very nearly got around the edge sooner, he can break one up the sideline for you, but he seems more comfortable running that way than he does going right up the middle.
2nd and 2 from the 30-yard line, 40 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Lovington trails Goddard 28-20. Perez from the shotgun, a 4-receiver set near hash. Henson in the backfield with Casey. Hand it to Henson. Up the middle. He's got some room to the 25. Runs over man at the 20. Ball is out. And there is a fight for it. There's white flying. There's blue flying. No yellow flying. Let's see who's got it. Who's got it? Waiting on the signal, and Lovington recovers it. And credit that one to Ethan Balderaz, who came down of his lineman position and scrummed under to get it at the 20. It winds up being an 11-yard gain for Henson. We'll be going for 2 as we have a possible injury timeout. Is trying to stretch himself out. One of the Lovington linemen, actually that's Cesario trying to stretch out. And they don't have Cameron Welch on the field, so Lovington will go for it to try and tie this game at 11:42 to go.
Man, you got Perez who just ran it in twice from 10 yards out. Would you just let him do it again?
I'm not sure you don't, and maybe that's what they're going to do. They're spreading them out. Trips receivers to the right, 2 to the left in a 5-receiver set. Man in motion is Henson left to right. They throw it across the middle to Cesario and put the 2 on the board. The Cats have tied this ball game, Alan Scott.
Nice, and maybe Goddard thought Perez would just keep it. But he went to his favorite target, Cesario, and they cash in. No play bigger in the ballgame, man. We've been obsessed with PATs lately. No play bigger than that 2-point PAT
and
right there.
And we are tied once again. This ball game just underway in the fourth quarter. Okay, I hate that we had technical difficulties at the end of the third going into the fourth, but we got it back. So quickly, a Stone Oilfield Services call to the sideline. Dawn Morgan is Mr. Momentum coming to the side of the blue.
Absolutely. These guys are really feeling it on the sideline. Let's see if they can transfer that energy on the field where it really counts. And, I think they were turning around. I really wish this Lovington crowd would stand up and cheer a little more with these guys do some really awesome things because they're making it happen. They need everybody in the crowd support behind them. I'd like to see more than just the band throwing in the spirit here.
All right. Thank you very much. Dawn Morgan patrols the sidelines courtesy of Stone Oilfield Services. And Goddard is afraid Lovington may try the onside. They had everybody bunched up together. Now Lovington is going to spread everybody out, and they are going to drop Miranda and Lee back deep as the ball falls off the tee. Great to have you with us on a beautiful Friday night for football here in southeastern New Mexico, the home of champions, the blue turf at Wildcat Stadium. He's Alan Scott. I'm TJ Miracle. She's Dawn Morgan. Missy back in studio, engineering and producing tonight. As Welch will put the big boot into it, high end over end. Are going to drive Lee back to his own 5-yard line. Takes it out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Has the seam, 25 to the 30. Hit from behind as he crosses the 35. Going to be near the 40-yard line before finally it's Welch that brings him down a 35-yard return. Lee took off. Lovington's defense now has got to find an answer, Allen, because Goddard has just taken it to him in that third quarter.
Right, they have. And right there, for the second time tonight, Lee showing what a good kick returner he is. It was way back in the first quarter when I said, man, he's dangerous and fast. He sets him up just shy of the 40.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, 11.5 to go in this ball game. They're going to go from the shotgun formation. Give it to Miranda. He's going to try the right side. He's still on his feet, and I thought he'd fallen forward. He did to about the 41, but hanging on for dear life and coming out of the bottom of the pile. Jaden Contreras for the Cats holds him to just a 3-yard gain.
That's a win for Lovington right there on first down, especially when you consider the ability that the Rockets have shown to blow open big holes and break big runs. That's an important stop.
So 2nd down and 7. A minute gone in the fourth quarter of a tie ball game, the opening round of the District 4-5A schedule. I formation for Goddard, and changing the play now is going to be Aragon. He looks for the option pitch, takes it himself, and he's going to be knifed down at the 40-yard line. He held on to that one way too long, and brought down is Kyle Carter. Put the helmet there. It'll be a loss of 1. Actually, a loss of 3.
Nice. Kyle's don't call me Nell Carter after he comes in there and nails that one, man. Beautiful.
Staying home and staying on his man. That's what you have to do in that option look. So 3rd down and 10. This one is a big one at this point of the ball game, Alan.
Yeah, and I'm liking that the defense is rising to the occasion right here because they have this season given up some big plays and some tonight. Holding well right now.
So it's been 2 receivers out to the right side. That is Lee and Bean with 2 backs in the backfield, and flags fly everywhere. They stopped that one. I think we're going to have...
I like false start.
I think false start on the Goddard Rockets, and that's what it is going to be. And so now you can't go to sleep here, though, Alan. You know what they're going to do on the false start penalty. That's the 8th penalty for 95 yards on Goddard. They have definitely hurt themselves tonight quite a bit. Lovington 5 penalties for 50 yards, so a little bit cleaner, but still, that's a lot of penalties. So 3rd down and 15. Do you maybe keep a safety back just in case here, Alan?
Just in case they quick kick?
No, just in case
they go deep?
Just in case they get somebody through the first and second line, so at least you got a shot.
I'm in favor of that. Drop somebody back, because they have gotten past the first wave and run to the end zone tonight. But we'll see if they run or they're going to throw on 3rd and 15.
Going to send Ramirez and Bean to the right side. 2 receivers in the backfield. 2 pass. Aragon throws it over the middle, trying to get Hoover across the middle, and incomplete. He wants a penalty.
Oh, sure,
not going to get it, as Enrique Gonzalez, good coverage, and so it'll be 4th down and 15. And the Rockets will punt it here, or will appear to. Lovington has been a little susceptible the last 3 or 4 years to a potential, fake. So they've got to be careful, and they've got to watch out for that right here.
Game is shrinking, though, and I like the fact that we made them pass, because that's not their forte, and brought up a big 4th down.
Go back deep to receive the punt. That will be Isaac Robles. High snap, the punter handles it as Lee tops that one almost straight up. It gets in the wind, though, and carries and takes a huge Goddard bounce at the 40. Now it's inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line, where it will be downed by Cale Aldrate. And so that is a huge punt. Let's see. That is 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 67 yards, Alan.
Man, you know what, TJ? That's the most fortuitous bounce I've seen a punt take in a long time. Football bounce is weird. Everybody knows that. This one went in a beeline, a Goddard rocket bounce after it hit. Where did it land? Somewhere back around the 30?
Yeah, actually it hit about the 33 or 34.
Yeah, it winds up inside the 10.
At the 9-yard line, Lovington retakes possession with 9:24. Handed off to Henson. A draw play up the middle to the 10, to the 11. He's rugging it forward to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on some tough inside running for Isaiah Henson. He's got 94 yards on 16 carries.
Wow, I'm going to tell you here, if you're Lovington, it's setting up nicely. I mean, ideal scenario, long drive here, eat some clock, run the ball, mix in a pass or two, get yourself a touchdown, and don't leave them much time to work with.
I like that idea. 5-yard gain for Henson, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 14-yard line. Cats on the move, and a game tied at 28. 4 receivers set again. Perez with time. He throws the screen to Henson near side. He's across the 15 to the 17 to the 18-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 4. He's going to be close to the 1st down, but I think just a little bit short.
Yeah, it depends on where they mark him here, but you were preaching this earlier in the ball game, TJ. Take what's measurable. Take what the defense is going to let you have. If something big opens up, great. But right now, and they may measure this, and right now, Wildcats dinking and dunking, and that'll take time off the clock.
Going to say he's about a yard shy, and now, do we have a penalty on the play? Because they are going to bring it out and measure it. It looked from here like they were about a yard shy. Dawn, what's it look like from down there?
It looks like it may be shy, but they want to be sure. The Whitecap called for it. It's just maybe 3 inches short. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
That was they stretched it out.
Oh, here they stretch it out. Yeah, it's going to be about a football length short.
So they've got
the 1st down. But they're still, they haven't picked it up yet. But yes, it's about a football length short of that 1st down.
Don Morgan patrolling the sidelines, and with the eagle eye view, or the Wildcat eye view.
You took the words right out. I was going to say eagle eye view of Don Morgan.
So she called it, and just a touch short. So officially 4 yards to Isaiah Henson, his 3rd catch of the night for 26 yards. But 3rd down and about the length of the football to go. So now you've got to find a way to get that length of the football. Do you maybe just push it right up the middle with Casey?
That's my thought. But you know what I might do? I might fake it and throw deep over everybody and burn them right here because they're not expecting it.
Well, Goddard is going to spread out, and they are going to put 2 safeties back deep. I think maybe they've heard you. Maybe they're listening to the broadcast. So under center is Perez. He drops the snap. It is on the turf. Did Lovington get it back? That is almost disaster if we didn't. And Casey manages to get it back, but it is going to be a loss of a yard on the play.
That's disaster anyway. Now you had 3rd and less than a yard. Now you're going to have 4th down.
4th and about a yard and a half.
You don't want to turn the ball over on downs here. You can't.
Well, I actually don't mind going for it here, and I think they're going to, because it gives Goddard a short field. and maybe not a lot of time off the clock. I think Lovington's going to let the play clock run all the way down, and they're going to take a timeout to discuss this one, would be my guess. At 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
They are.
2, and 1, as Coach G will take the timeout. 7:48 to go, 4th down and 1 for the Cats, all tied at 28. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon Energy is making an investment in the long-term future of our communities. Sports teaches discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From our team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats from Devon Energy.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And 1, the Cats are going to go for it. Trips receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Fake the handoff. Perez gets it, rolls to the right side, falls forward, and he is going to be hit behind the line and down. He loses a yard and over on downs for the Wildcats. Alan, you and I were disagreeing between this one. I don't mind them going for it because if Goddard scores, you've still got time on the clock. You don't like the call, and it didn't work for Lovington there.
You know why I don't like it? Because you got to have guts to go for it, but you don't. Now you're handing them a touchdown, TJ, and you put yourself in a rock and a hard place. If you punt that ball away, they got to run a series of plays. They got to come up with some kind of drive. Now they're foaming at the bit and really knocking on the door here. I don't agree with it.
Inside the red zone from the 17-yard line, Goddard takes over. Under center is Aragon. Miranda is his back. He'll pitch it to him. He's going to go up the middle and is going to be hit at the 15 after a 2-yard gain. Lovington will run him down and run him out. Ethan Gomez leads the way, and it'll be a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. The Lovington defense trying to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, and they have to right here. But you are right about the time factor. If you look at it that way and they score, at least you have minutes left on the clock to come back. And Lovington's shown they can do that tonight.
So let's see what happens. It's all an academic point now. It's 2nd and 8. Goddard at the 15-yard line. Pitch it to Miranda. It's on the turf, and he's going to be down back at the 20-yard line, shooting the gap and coming in as Kenneth Arnaz. It's a loss of 5 on a bad pitch to Miranda.
They're helping us a little bit. One thing I will say, too, the Lovington defense, which maybe is why Coach Gonzalez is willing to go for it, are stepping up right now.
So it'll be 3rd down and about 12, maybe 13, call it 3rd and 13 to go. 6.5 remaining in the ball game, all knotted up at 28 in this opening district ball game. And this is just a 4-team, which means a 3-game district. Aragon under center, fakes the pitch to Miranda. He'll take it himself. And no, he'll give it around to one of his tight ends coming around, and that is Hoover, who's hit back at the 21-yard line. And not falling for the fake was Ethan Gomez, who has had a whale of a ball game. It is a 3-yard loss, and so now it's 4th down and 16.
Wow, what a series of events. I mean, I was really bent. I thought they shouldn't have gone for it on 4th down. And now, look, you stop them on 3 plays for losses here, and now you've got them worried.
So now you've got them at 4th down and 16, and they will go for it. Now's not the time. They're going to, they are going to go for it. No, they're going to try for the field goal.
Yeah, I would kick.
Jacob Weiser is going to kick the field goal. This one is going to be a 40-yarder from the 30. It is up. It is end over end. Does it have the distance? And it is
no good.
It's a touchback, and it'll be Lovington football at the 20, wide right.
I swear to you, I thought that was good from up here. It looked good.
It did, but I guess it went wide to the right. And Dawn Morgan, what are you seeing down there? This has been a wild set of events.
It is. And the Lovington defense held. They did their job. And then, they held them. They pushed them back even. And I think that extra 3-4 yards there really made a difference. We could see down here it was going to be wide going up.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Lovington with 5.5 minutes to work with in a tie ball game, and Goddard tries to slow this one down as they will take their second timeout of the half. We will keep it right here because we had the unexpected spots that needed to play. Thanks to Missy back in studio for covering while we got everything reset up here in the booth. So 5.5 minutes to go in this ball game, all tied at 28. Thanks very quickly to the folks who make it possible for us to be here doing this, including the Lovington Inn Hotel and Restaurant, Lico, Devon Energy, Bob's Thriftway, Stone Oilfield Services, the City of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, and Man Welding. So fanatical effort, that's what the FE on the side of the helmet stands for, Alan, and I think they are going to need it right here, tied at 28.
They will, but this whole last exchange of possessions and stuff was nuts. You got to sit here and go, this game's over. You just handed it to them. Defense stops them, gets the ball back for Lovington. We weathered the storm after turning it over on downs. Now the game is Lovington's to take. Drive down the field. Don't leave them much time. Put them to bed, TJ.
I like it. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Hand off to Henson. He's going to bring it up the right side. Cuts it back the middle. A flag on the play. This one's coming back as Henson gets more than enough for the first down, but we've got a hold in the backfield. And so that's actually a huge penalty because it happened back at the 15, and that's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That moves them back to the 5.
And you see how early that flag came out? You knew what it was right away.
Yeah, you definitely did, although they are pointing at Goddard, and Coach G is coming out.
Maybe we don't
explanation.
know.
Maybe, I don't know, but it'll be an illegal chop block by Goddard and declined. That was a 10-yard penalty.
That's a first down.
Lovington got they declined it. Lovington gets 13 to Henson, and so it moves the chains. First down for the Cats.
Wow, I have always said I just tell you what I see right in front of me. Right now, I'm not believing what I see in front of me.
Isaiah Henson with 107 yards on the ground and a 18th first down for the Cats. 5:20 to go. Trips receivers to the left from the near hash mark. Good snap. Perez handles it. Throws it underneath. Hello, Newman at the 40. Out to the 45-yard line. Still dragging rockets with him to the 47 as the rugby scrum starts. It's a pickup of 14. Hello, Newman. Move the chains. First down, Cats.
Wow, man. He was not going to go down there, TJ. I thought really they should have just blown the whistle. They finally got him to the turf, but really forward progress had been stopped.
Newman, 3 catches, 29 yards, 201 through the air for Perez. And they go with 108 on the ground. So they are at the 46-yard line. 5 minutes to go. Still inside Wildcat territory. 4 receiver set near hash mark. 3-step drop. Perez swings it to Henson, and that was very close to a lateral as Henson just let it go. And attacking that ball until he heard the whistle was Connor Villapando. That's what Henson should have done. Fortunately, they're going to say forward pass incomplete. 2nd and 10.
You brought up a good point right there. I'm like, well, okay, we haven't missed very many or made a lot of bad plays tonight. What's one bad play? That's a fine line between a forward pass and a lateral, which is a live football.
Yes, it is. So 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Clock stops on the incompletion with 4:55 to go. This has been a back-and-forth seesaw battle all night, all tied at 28. From the shotgun, Perez, under pressure, throws it over the middle. He's got a man at the 40. That is Carrasco down to the 35. He can't shake off Dalton Bowles, but he can get the first down, move the chains, first down Cats, and that is 19 yards to Carrasco.
Call him George, call him Jorge, call him a first down for the Wildcats. I like that kid. I like his length. I like to see tall receivers. No better time to find him open. Great throw by Casey Perez.
And for Carrasco, his 4th catch for 35 yards on the night. From the 35-yard line, Henson stays on the right shoulder in a 4 receiver set. Perez is going to be flushed. He is running for his life. Goes to the left side. Looks downfield. Lets it fly. And he's got a man at the 20 and in and out of the hands as it went to Cesario, who got decked while he was up in the air by Robert Aragon. Check that, Dalton Bowles. It was a clean hit that time. They were both in the air, and Bowles got there at the same time as the ball. That was a good defensive play.
Absolutely perfect timing. I'm sitting here wondering, he's there early. No, he's not. That's just a superb defensive play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Perez doing a good job keeping his head. He's been a little fluttery tonight, a little bit high, a little bit low on a lot of his passes. but his receivers have definitely helped him out. 4-receiver set again this time. It'll be Henson on the right shoulder, ball on the far hash mark. Goddard shows blitz. They will hand it off to Henson. Nope, it's going to be Perez keeping himself on the sweep left side down to about the 25-yard line. He'll have enough. Move the chains. First down, Cats on the 11-yard keeper.
Wow, big play, and I like how you stick it in the gut of Henson and bring it back. You see that a lot of time. Good fake.
You got to be careful doing that, though, because sometimes you can jostle and lose the ball.
Right.
And they're going to say his knee went down actually just shy of the first down marker. It'll be a 9-yard pickup. And so third down and less than a yard, although they may come out and measure this one. And I do believe that, nope, they're going to say it's third down and less than a yard.
Yeah.
Although from our vantage point, it looked
like he was closer than that.
It looked like he might have had it, but I don't know. Don, from your angle, is he short?
I'm like you guys. It looked like he had it, but we're going to see. I think one of the refs is signaling for first down, or are they?
Well,
we got some confusion. One of the refs is wanting one thing.
Confusion.
Yeah, the far line judge signaled first down after that run, but the back judge and also the referee came in and said no, and they placed it just shy, and they're asking them to run
some time.
To put some time back on the clock. They let it run as they try and sort this one out. So, Don, from where you're standing, as you look down the line, do they have it, or are they about a half a football short?
I think they're short. I hate to see it, and I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like they're a little short, but we'll see when they stretch the chain out. I think it's going to end up being, we'll see.
And it's going to be close. It is going to be close.
Yep. Half a football short.
So about 6 inches short. Thank you, Don Morgan, patrolling the sideline, courtesy of Stone Oilfield Services all season long. So, as Yogi Berra would say, Alan, deja vu all over again. We've got a third down and less than a yard. It's because the World Series is going to start. I guess I've got baseball references on the brain tonight.
Right, yeah. So rub some dirt on it, TJ.
Well, you can on the blue turf here. It's artificial. So third down and less than a yard. And give it to Henson, who is going to be hit back at the 30 and driven backwards. A loss of 4. That is a huge play, Alan Scott.
Way huge. Why don't you just let Perez keep the football right there?
Put him up under center and just let him go right up the middle. But so now you have to go for it, don't you? Welch, I don't think has 49. We already know he doesn't have 49 yards worth of length in the leg. He's got about 45. So you've got to go for it on fourth down and 5.
And he'd be into the wind. Now, granted, it's not a strong Lee County wind, but there's wind out there. But the drama here, Wildcats are driving. They got a chance to pull this thing out, and then they come up short on third down. Now 4th and 5.
So send trips receivers to the right, one to the left, and flags fly as Perez is not a happy camper. No. False start on the Cats. It'll now be 4th and 10. That was a bad penalty at a bad time.
Yeah, and Perez showing the frustration right there when the flag hit the ground. He's like, no, we're already going the wrong way. Now you get a penalty, and it's 4th and longer.
So you've got 4th down and a long 10, a short 11. So back to the original line of scrimmage. The clock continues to roll with 2 minutes and 45 seconds. This has been a heavyweight prize fight. This has been Rocky and Apollo slugging it out. So empty backfield, trips receivers to the right from the far hash mark, and whistles sound. Lovington wants the timeout. 2.5 to go in this one. It all comes down to a 4th and 10. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
The oil field is competitive again, and great paying jobs are back. The most reliable and absolute best company to work for, Stone Oilfield Services hiring vacuum truck drivers, kill truck drivers, and hot oilers. Stone Oilfield has locations in Hobbs and Lovington, and Stone offers the best in pay and benefits. Don't believe me? Call 396-1840 and ask for yourself. It's time to start making real money. Stone Oilfield Services, an equal opportunity employer.
4th and 10, ball at the 36-yard line. Lovington has got a decision to make. They've got to go for it here, Alan. What do you do if you're Coach G?
Fortunately for Wildcat fans, I'm not. But what I would do, and I just told you during the break, I'd throw to the end zone right here. Goddard's thinking, don't give up 10, don't give up 11 yards. How about you give up 36 yards and we throw to the end zone right here, but you're not thinking that way.
I think you go 13 yards out and you throw it across the middle either to Henson or maybe to Newman on the little route, and you just keep this one going with 2.5 minutes on the clock. But we'll see. From the shotgun, empty backfield. Pressure comes. Perez is going to be flushed. Back at the 50, still on his feet. He lets it fly. He's going, and he's got a man at the 20-yard line. That is complete to Evan Cesario. It's 16 yards. Move the chains. First down, Cats.
And I'm going to tell you, before Perez got flushed out, TJ, he was throwing to the end zone. The rush got there too fast. They thought like I did. Here's the dagger, and I'll tell you what, even better than that, he gets flushed out. He finds a man. Cesario makes the clutch catch of the game right there to give him a fresh set of downs.
From the 21-yard line, 1st and 10, Cats, their 20th of the ball game. The drive stays alive, 2 minutes to go. From just outside the blue zone, the rush is on, and Perez fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's got some room to the 10, to the 9-yard line, 12 yards, move the chains, first down, Cats.
Man, what a great fake.
I thought he had handed that one off, and so did every Goddard Rocket in this stadium. First down, Cats, first and goal, Cats.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what, the fans are on their feet here now. They can smell victory. The Wildcats pulled themselves out of the flames and have a shot at it here.
So first and goal from the 9. Ball on the near hash mark. They will put that was the most beautiful play fake I have ever seen. From the right hash mark, from the shotgun, low snap. Casey handles it. He's going to be flushed. Throws it underneath, and that one is incomplete to the near sideline. He was driven backwards and got it beyond the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say that Carrasco would have been there if he hadn't fallen down. So no intentional grounding. Clock stops with 97 seconds to go, and second and goal from the 9.
Wow, thrilling. And I'm going to tell you what, did Goddard bring the house right there defensively?
They did.
I
think they brought 8 defenders, 8 blitzers in no time. So that's something Lovington is going to have to be aware of. Goddard is going to bring the house because Lovington going to spread him out, and they're going to try and get to him before they don't have enough guys to cover everybody, so they're going to have to try and get him before he can get the pass off. He will throw it right corner at the 5. Coming back to get it is Cesario, still on his feet and into the end zone. Touchdown, Cats, put 6 on the board, and Lovington retakes the lead with 1:29 to go.
Beautiful. Daring him to throw it, bringing everybody. And our sophomore, sometimes you forget, Casey Perez, sophomore, stared into the teeth of the Rockets through a touchdown pass.
34-28. That is the second, make that third touchdown pass of the night, Perez. That is Cesario's first touchdown of the night, but he has done a whale of a job to keep drives alive. That is his 6th catch for 97 yards. Point after attempt coming from Welch, and flags fly, and I think we are going to have a delay of game. Yep, nope, actually offsides on Goddard, and so we will re-attempt the point after from the 1, unless I don't think you can elect to take it on the kickoff. So 1:29 to go. The Lovington Wildcat defense, no matter what happens with this point after, it's going to be up to them, Alan.
Yeah, for sure. $1:29 still left.
And so the kick is up, and Welch boots it through with 1:29 to go. It's Lovington 35, Goddard 28. Don't miss the last 89 seconds of this one in 30 seconds on Z94, Z98, KZOR.
The City of Lovington is a proud supporter of the Lovington Schools. All the employees, including Commissioners Arthur Sanchez, David Trujillo, Bernard Butcher, Scotty Gandy, Mayor Paul Campos, and City Manager James Williams are all proud of the commitment to education that Lovington has in every one of their schools. Do your best and be proud of your community. If you'd like to be part of this amazing team at the City of Lovington, please call 396-2884. That's 396-2884.
Here at Wildcat Stadium, the Lovington Wildcats facing a 4th and 10. Find Evan Cesario for 16 yards, although they were going for the end zone before the full house blitz. Forced Casey Perez out of the pocket. Then on a couple of plays later, it is Perez to the left side to Cesario, and the point after is good. The Cats have retaken the lead 35-28 with 1:29 to go in this one. A back and forth heavyweight title fight tonight. So the Cats are going to spread it out. Back deep to receive is Lee, and a new man back there, Connor Villapando. As the kickoff from Welch, he will kick it off towards Lee, and that one is going to bounce inside the 10 to the 9. Back to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. Check that. That is Hoover.
Yeah.
Sprint out to the 30, loses the football. It's on the ground. Do the Cats have it on the near side? Do the Cats have it? Cats have it! Cats have it! Cats football!
Ball game.
If they've got it, it was close to the sideline. It was close. The Cats say they have it. The officials have yet to make a signal, and the blue-clad faithful not happy, as it looked like that recovering that football was Kenneth Arnaz, but they are going to say that it went out of bounds before anyone had possession, and so it will be Goddard football at the back at, where are they going to mark this one? It should be up around the 46 or 47, because that's where it went out, and they're marching it back to the 25 or the 30.
Yeah, I saw the guy with the ball standing right about the 30. That's where he's going to put it.
And so they're going. I don't know how that's not at the 37, because that's where it went out of bounds. But it looked from here for all the world that the Cats had it. And we'll talk to Don Morgan about that briefly. It took 10 seconds off the clock from the 30-yard line. 4 receiver set for Goddard. Is back to pass, and they will throw that one out and hit immediately. The pass is complete, but no gain. Great defensive coverage on the right side of the field for the Cats, and Enrique Gonzalez, who is having a whale of a night, as that one was completed to Bean, but it was only good for a yard. They're going into the hurry-up as they hand off to Miranda, and he will get 5 yards out of it.
Now, we'll see what scares me is one more big running play. When they got it to Miranda right there, my heart stopped. I can't believe they threw on first down, but then again, TJ, Rockets have to worry about time. That's getting away from them.
And they did get out of bounds on that one after the 5-yard pickup, so it'll be 3rd down and 5. We are under a minute to go, 55 seconds remaining. Lovington up by 7 as the crowd finally starting to get into it. From the shotgun, Aragon looks, throws it near side, has a man, and that'll be complete across the 40 to the 43-yard line to Dalton Bowles, and that'll be good for 9, and it'll be a Rocket first down.
Yeah, what you got to do, though, is what Lovington's doing, TJ. Keep it in front of you. Don't let anybody get behind you going downfield to catch a pass. And more importantly, really for Lovington, what's hurt us are the big running plays tonight. You cannot get a big hole blown open and give up a big running play here.
From the 44-yard line, 49 seconds to go. Goddard trying to get something going late. Aragon from the shotgun, going to be pressured. Lets that one fly. Got a man running, and that one is going to be almost picked off. Jaden Contreras. Good coverage down the field on Dalton Bowles. It'll be incomplete, and 2nd down and 10. Be still my beating heart.
Man, you ain't lying. Not much time off the clock either, but very nearly intercepted, and that would have put him to bed.
Contreras already has 1 INT tonight. He would have loved to have capped it off with his 2nd. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, ball on the Goddard 44. Lovington leading 35-28 with 43 seconds to go. Goddard with a 4-receiver set. Their sophomore quarterback, Aragon. 3-step drop. He has time. He heaves it. He puts all he's got into it down the left side, and that one is incomplete. His intended target was Connor Bean, and Jaden Contreras actually had a better shot at that one than Bean did, and so it'll be incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
And you mentioned they're not really a prone to pass kind of team. Their running game's what they favor, but they don't have time for all that. They got to take their shots down the field. Goddard doing that, and they've got 2 more now here unless they get a first down somehow.
3rd down and 10 as Contreras comes hobbling off the field, as going in his place is Evan Cesario. You hope Contreras is all right, takes the helmet off. Might have landed a little funny on that defensive play a moment ago. So the cowbells start ringing. 3rd down and 10. 4-receiver set, far hash mark. Aragon from the shotgun. He's got Miranda in the backfield with him. Aragon keeps it himself. Tries to go to the left of the line. Nothing doing. He is hit in the backfield and dropped. The Lovington defense gets him. And hello, Lucy. It's Kenneth Arnaz alongside Kyle Carter. They drop him for a loss of 4.
Absolutely perfect time for that to happen. And the clock will stop with only 29 seconds left.
Timeout
big fourth down.
Timeout is going to be taken by Goddard. They will have to go for it on fourth down. We will keep it right here and take it down with the Stone Oilfield Services call to the sideline. Don Morgan, I have a feeling I am having a heart attack. What's it like for you down there, and what has everything looked like from your perspective and from what you've got going on down there? All right, I think Dawn having a little bit of the equipment problem down there right now. We will check back in with her here in just a moment. Dawn, can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, my first monitor died. It wouldn't come back.
All right, so what's it been like down there? This is go time on 4th and 14 for the Cats. The defense has got a hold here.
Pandemonium and absolute grit and determination. Got to. 44 men, you can see him getting his instructions. Running across the field. Defense, I'll let you listen to the team.
As the defense chant in the background, we've got our crowd mic courtesy of Don Morgan. From under center, Aragon back to pass. He's pressured. He lets it fly down the right sideline. That one is back. Wildcat football, and they have won this ball game. The incomplete pass, and Lovington will get their, and Alan, if I'm not mistaken, their first district win in this district.
Wow, and in Class 5A.
Their first 5A district win. Now it is victory formation time. Goddard is out of timeouts, and Lovington will escape with a 35-28 win. I shouldn't say escape. They have earned this one.
Yeah, what a fantastic ball game on both sides of the ball. Great effort by the Rockets, but Lovington, under adversity at times tonight, gave up some big, huge runs and still made big enough plays of their own, and in particular, defensive plays down the stretch here to win this thing. They got the touchdown late.
And 3 big turnovers, too. You can't forget about those. So Perez will come in. It'll be victory formation time. He will have to kneel it down one time, and I hate the fact that I'm going to have to write down a negative for this play. He'll be in the shotgun formation, as he always is. Ball at the 30. Casey stands. Or rather at the 40. Casey stands at the 45. And he'll go down to the 47. He wanted to take no chances in that one. He'll lose 7.